Megan Fox.
And Megan Fox has the story.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox writes at PJ Media.
Eat Tucker.
And that was your last.
Damn it, man. I cried for 2 days.
Megan, thank you very much for that.
So, I can explain the bed thing.
If you don't show up and vote, up your ass. I don't care if you're in the hospital. Crawl to the stake. Crawl there.
It's like Jesus going to the temple. He's like, I got a whip. Get out! Get out! The lovely and wonderful Megan Fox. Not that one.
Not that one. It's not the weird one that drinks blood in his toe thumbs.
Megan Fox.
Megan. And honestly, Megan, if you don't like it, I'm sorry.
She's the devil. Megan.
Megan Fox.
Megan.
Megan Fox.
I've been very nice to you, although I could probably maybe not be based on the way you have treated me, but I wouldn't do that.
You've never met a like me. You want to tangle? You want to go?
Holy sh!
Too much cussing on this. I guess we didn't bleep it, so we got to turn it off. But it's
You pissed off the wrong woman.
oh my God, I have been assaulted when Megan Fox runs wild on you, brother.
She's the devil.
Not for publication.
The story.
I'm Megan Fox. Thank you. Cheers.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm Megan Fox. I'm here. We have a lot of stuff to go over today. We have the rest of the hearing in the What the Hale's case, hearing number 4 to go over, but I'm having a problem with it. I can't get it to open up for some reason because it's an M4V file, and I'm having issues with it. I don't know how I did it the other day, but however I did it, I'm not being able to redo it. IT Goatee Brad, what am I doing wrong? I think you're around. If you're around, come help me. All right. Legal Vices is here. Mo in the Deep End is also here. I'm so excited to have both of you. Welcome.
Thanks.
I hope I have a hearing for us to watch because right now Dropbox is telling me it cannot preview an M4V file or whatever that is. And I don't think I can change it to something else.
No, you don't need to. Just download it.
Yeah, but then I don't think I have sound from my video player. I have it downloaded, but I don't think I can share my video player with sound. I can try. Oh, I see what you're saying. Just share it as a video file. Ah, yes. There it is. That's how I did it last time. Thank you, Jeff. You're brilliant.
Yeah. Or here's a magical thing. Oh, it's all unzipped, right?
Yeah.
Open up a separate browser window, just like with an empty browser window, and then drag the video file onto the open window, and it should open up into a browser, really, video viewer.
Huh. I'll have to try that sometime. But right now we don't have to because I got it on the video player. I don't remember where we were in this hearing, but does it really matter? Here's what's also happening today. I have been told that there will be some pretty seriously big news in the Tonsil twins fetal attraction Echard v. Owens case. or Owens v. Echard, I guess. That information has not dropped yet. I do not have my hot little hands on it. But when I get it, I'm bringing it to you guys. So basically, we're waiting around for that to be released. I don't know when it will be released. I can't tell you, but it is still early in Arizona. So I will be keeping my eye on the docket in Arizona to see when and if that thing drops soon. I can't tell you any more than that. That's all I really know. It's just that I have to be watching out for it. Dave Neal was told to clear his schedule. I was given a heads up that there's something coming. So I'm excited about that. And as soon as it gets into my inbox, and those of you out there who are following this case and who are so good at getting these documents from the Maricopa County system, which is so difficult, they make it so much harder than it needs to be. They don't upload it. They don't have digital files. Can you believe this shit?
Too easy. Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous. You have to actually go to the courthouse and get the digital file from them. They don't email it to you. It's the dumbest thing I ever heard. They'll send you a USB drive in the mail. Snail mail, people. Snail mail.
If only there was a way to send it over the computer.
Oh, I know.
Talking fantasy talk again.
And then I just made plans to be on with Larry, DUI guy, on Friday at 9 a.m. We are going to watch hearing number 5 on Larry's channel. We're going to do hearing watch over there, 9 a.m. on Friday. Now, don't tell Larry. Don't tell Larry, but...
Don't tell Larry you're coming over to watch it.
Don't tell Larry, but I'm planning on simul-streaming it.
Hi, I'm Megan Fox. I don't learn anything.
It's not like the internet has, 4chan.
All right, let's see where we were in this stupid hearing. I would say we were probably here somewhere.
We were at pontification.
Oh, so it's like
well, that's anywhere.
Yeah.
Move that, but
True.
I am available in the morning.
Let's go back to talk about the 9th regarding, because here's the other thing is I want to provide a little more time rather than less time, which is why I suggested the 9th first. Mr. Shockett, what's the deposition you have to take on that day for the expected trial?
It's an expert deposition. He's a University of Florida engineer.
Are you doing that by Zoom? Or?
It is by Zoom.
So you're going to remain somewhere here, not having to go to Trenton.
Hello, MG Law.
Hello, Megan.
Hello.
It's set for 10 a.m.
Hello.
I can, on the 12th, continue.
I can tell you this, that the next full day, despite the fact that, again, back on November 29, the court had previously scheduled matters for the 30th, but felt it important enough to both litigants to offer that day, and the record would reflect. I said I would cancel what I already had, and I would accommodate these litigants, and that was denied. And literally, there's not another day, and I'm just in abundance of caution needing a full day for this till March 1, and that's just too far out. So
I can make March 1 work, Your Honor.
Oh, probably we all could, but the consequences of time that are reasonably expected based on the negative consequences to the fair administration of justice, the orderly administration of justice.
If he says that one more time.
Promulgated by the Florida Supreme Court and the Chief Judge.
If we made this a drinking game, we'd all need a new liver.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, thanks for reminding me. I can drink.
You're welcome.
Listen,
That's what
Chad,
I'm here for.
I cannot boost the volume because it's on a video file. That's as loud as it gets. Put headphones in and stop your bitching.
Which are you using, like Windows Media Player or something?
No, it's the file share on StreamYard.
Okay.
I don't think I can boost it.
If it's a tab, you ought to be able to.
It's not a tab.
She didn't do that. She told me she didn't have to do that because she's doing it her way this time.
Well, I can try to do what you're saying, which is open up a browser.
Well, like Media Player, I think you can go into and pull up the equalizer there and just boost it all up, just all the different equalizer bands.
Here's the thing. All right, let me try. See, we're going to get into this technical shit, and then it's going to be... It's going to be hell. So hold on.
This is no technical thing.
I bet there will be no volume. Watch, there will be no volume when I try to share
He's
this.
saying open a tab, drag and
No, you
drop
don't.
it into the open tab.
Just open an empty tab.
To share audio, share a tab or screen instead.
No, don't.
Yeah, see, no audio.
Don't first just like open a brand new Windows tab.
A brand new Windows, like in a
Yeah.
browser?
Yep, in your browser.
All right, fine. I've done that. Now what?
Okay, so it's empty.
It's
now
empty.
go to the file you unzipped. It has to be unzipped to
It's
work.
unzipped. I unzipped it. It's totally unzipped.
Then left click it and drag it straight across and just drop it into the middle of that empty window.
All right. Nothing happened. Nothing. It gets stuck.
It's not unzipped.
It is.
Okay.
I unzipped it. It is so totally unzipped.
You downloaded it to your computer and you're doing that one.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
It's unzipped. It's not working.
Are you sure? I hate to mansplain, but
I'm sure. Here, I'll show you my screen. Watch.
Okay.
Share screen, window, and how about an entire
Don't do
screen?
a tubing. Get the tentacle stuff all off.
Make sure your
before
email
you-
is
Yeah.
closed out.
Okay, look. Look. Tentacle porn. Yeah. All right, look. See, here's the file.
Okay.
Here it is.
but
I'm dragging it to this.
that's still zipped.
It's not though.
I promise you it is. So go back up to your little the little back arrow.
Okay.
And then go back one more.
Oh, wait. Okay.
It's still
Now
zipped,
what?
right?
No. Well, I said unzip. I said extract all.
Yeah, but you have to figure out where it's extracting it to.
Yeah, it
Replace
extracted
doesn't
it
always
somewhere.
do it in that folder.
Info. All right, hold
dear
on.
Lord in heaven, how does
Because
any
it
of
will
this
extract
work?
it to a different folder on your system.
It will?
This
Well,
is
then
how
how do I-
Skynet
Yes.
takes over.
How do I find it then? Damn it. Like, how is it found? Brad, where are you?
Megan and me are all
Brad.
baffled, and the guys are like, "Damn it! Why do we
Replace-
have to Helen Keller this?"
If
I
you click
have-
on
I have replaced the file in there. Like, it should just be unzipped in there then. All right, the
So if you-
status of it has this little blue arrow spinning thing, which probably means we're still unzipping. So until then, I mean, we're just going to have to deal with what we have here, folks, which is this. So put your
right,
headphones in and stop complaining. God, I could like this is like help Megan with IT day. I mean,
it is.
Yeah.
But this will open your life to some. Was it you, MGs, who showed me how to do this? I think you showed me how to do this.
I don't know if I did.
Somebody did. Just like, and I went, oh my God, this changes my life.
stop. I don't know.
Okay, well, if you go to extract all again, it's going to open up the window that says select a destination.
There,
and
now it
extract
says
files.
that it's it worked. It
Yeah.
worked.
See, isn't that awesome?
Someone clip that, please.
Oh my God.
Isn't that awesome how it does that?
Yes.
Now it's just a regular window.
This
you
is
can just,
life
And
changing.
you can
It
now
is.
do your volume booster in your window, your browser tab.
Wait a minute. I have to remove from Studio that thing, and then I have to share the new thing. Hold on,
you
hold on.
just share like a normal tab.
And then I
Just
can do
share a
the
tab.
volume boosting. Look at this
Yeah.
shit. Unfreaking real. Ah, we did it without you, Brad.
Yeah, we don't need you.
And the heavens
We
opened up.
are- Okay,
And I only
mark
got
this
yelled at
date on your
twice.
calendars,
As long
y'all.
as you share,
We are
as long as you
having
share the audio.
Week or two ago.
How's that?
3 days is now full. The 9th is available and the 5th.
But now we have to hear the judge
Maybe
about
boost
it.
it a
I have
little
a
bit more.
deposition that's a regular one. I can.
I can boost it more. Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
blowing out my eardrums. Just what I want.
Yeah.
This guy blowing out my eardrums. All right, it's at 300% now, people.
Let-
And this is
let
as far
chat.
as I'm willing to go.
Yeah, let chat do it. Tell
This
us.
is as far
Because
as I'm willing to go.
StreamYard will make us
Fuck you,
sound
chat.
different.
This is as far as I'm willing to go.
No, I can do the morning of the 5th, the afternoon of the 5th. I'm at the mobile air hearing Judge Fiegel in Dixie County on May.
Tell you what, I will boost it up another 100% when we hit $100 in super chats. How about that, chat? Volume boost
I
doesn't
like-
happen until the super chats start flowing. Okay. That's
Capitalism.
a word about super chats, by the way, because I'm always going to get the one person in the comments later that is like, I can't afford to send you anything. Never ever send me a dime if you cannot afford to send me anything. Please, just you being here, hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel is totally enough. I am never going to, I'm extorting the people in the chat who have the money. Okay. There are people in the chat who have the money to send, and they're just not sending it because they're waiting for me to shame them. But I am not speaking to those of you who are on fixed incomes. Please do not send me your grocery money. Please, I beg you, spend it on yourself. Take care of your own bills first. I will be okay. But if you do have the money and you are not sending it for whatever reason, I will pull this stream over and shame you. But
we will get Sally Struthers in here and Sarah McLachlan. We will. Sad puppies. It will be bad.
In the arms of
we will talk about how many cents a day, it will take to keep you happy. It's just going to be bad.
Got to bring in Sally Struthers, though.
Right.
Doesn't work without her.
We will. Let's see. My microphone is very hot. Hold on. Let me check our settings. Let me check our audio settings and make sure that we're not blowing anyone out here, because I know we'll turn us down.
Yes.
Why can't I edit this?
Blow everybody out like Laura Owens. Come on. 600% that thing.
All right. I will turn us all down. MG, you're muted, so I guess I can't touch your settings.
Yeah.
Do me a favor.
Because I'm typing at a computer.
Do me a favor. And just make sure that your audio setting is not on automatically adjust mic, and just turn it like down manually, because the auto setting is always bad.
Yeah, I have it way down.
Okay. All right. And I am checking my audio. Hold on. Let me make sure mine's turned down as well.
I'm letting you do it all by yourself.
Yes, mine is turned down. Okay.
That's the only way we're going to learn. Dang it. Until we get an assistant. Don't send me a super chat. Send me an assistant that knows tech.
If you want a more professional and polished live stream, you're going to have to send a whole lot more super chats, okay? Because I can't afford to pay anyone. Poor IT goatee Brad works for free. He's amazing. He shows up whenever he must be in a meeting, or he'd be here right now, because I've called his name 8,000 times. But if he's not in a meeting, he's always on my computer trying to save it from me, because I am hell on technology. He does that for free. We just don't have the budget here, folks. It's a one woman and a free IT guy show. That's what it is. So,
Oh, no, not that. Dang it, kids.
Oh,
Don't
look,
send me stuff.
the shaming always works. It's that's why I do it. Duncan Idaho says the files are in the computer. What does it mean?
It means it's more than the computer. It's in computer.
It's in computer. It means more than.
What is this CPU thing you say?
You speak of? David E. Jones, thanks for the
can't
super
hear
chat.
you.
Megan Fox making medium smart. Cool. That's all we're aiming for medium. Okay. Sarah Adams, thanks for the super chat. You only have 2 super gays in your chat. Watch it. We must have more homos than that. Liz D, you are so funny, Megan. So glad I found you. So glad you're here. And thank you for the super chat. Instinctively correct. Thanks for the super chat. You were just too fucking funny, and I love to laugh. Oh, good. Well, me too. Me too. Bad Duck, thanks for the super chat. Says, I hope you enjoy my ramen noodles. Did I get ramen noodles? Am I expecting ramen noodles in the mail?
For $2,
that would be
you can
weird.
buy a ton of them.
Oh, I get it. Enjoy the ramen noodles. Now I get it. Awesome. I like ramen. Ashley Casey, thanks for the super chat. Says, my grandpa's estate settles today. We get checks. Woohoo! Woo! Thanks for sharing the haul. I appreciate that. Teresa Finn, thanks for the super chat. Says, I can't take the mom shaming. Take all my money.
All $4.99.
I love it. All $4.99 of it. Mimi Two Boys, thanks for the super chat. Says, thanks for all the laughs. Just love you. We love you too. And Claire Kershaw says, you guys brighten my day. Thank you. Well, you brighten my day. Thanks for being here. I have a sick kid at home, and poor thing has been so sick this year.
No.
She's missed so much school, and she was crying this morning because she couldn't go to school. She has a fever. I can't send her to school with a fever and a sore throat.
I was always crying.
Have you gotten the mean letter?
Yeah, me too.
the
She's
psycho
crying
letter.
because she's already so far behind, and it's been a real struggle. And she's a straight A student, and she really
Oh, I see. She
does
cares
not
about
like.
school.
She
There's
cares
the
about
difference.
it.
There's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
difference.
she was born neurotic like me. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, like she is. Her teachers first thought that like we were some really harsh parents or something because she's super upset about anything lower than an A. Like she even gets upset about an A minus. And I'm like, guys, it's not me. Her father and I are like, C's are fine. Like medium good is fine. Like that's our motto. We're medium is fine. George W. Bush was a C student. You know, you can, all of our presidents have been pretty bad students. So, or average, I guess. You just say average, right? Medium good.
One of my best friends in law school.
It's not
he had
us.
the study Carol next to me in the library, like right up in front of him in big letters. He had C equals JD. I said, "You're going to be my friend."
See, exactly. I keep trying to tell Fairy this, but she doesn't believe me, and it doesn't matter because it's how she feels. She feels she needs to have straight A's all the time, and I'm like, I don't know where she gets this. I don't know where she gets it. It's not from us. The pressure is coming all from inside, not from outside, because we're fine with it. We're fine with mediocre. All right.
Child abuse case that has been specially set, so I can't move that, but I am available in the morning.
Let's go back to talking about the 9th regarding, because here's the other thing is I want to provide a little more time rather than less time, which is why I suggested the 9th first. Mr. Shockett, what's the deposition you have to take on that day for the expected
Yeah,
trial?
it's an expert deposition. He's a University of Florida engineer.
Are you doing that by Zoom or?
It is by Zoom.
So you're going to remain somewhere here, not
Yeah,
having
in
to
the
go to
Trenton.
What do you care, Judge?
It's set for 10 a.m.
Oh, he cares. He wants to be in charge of everyone's schedules completely, not just his own calendar. That's not enough for him. Oh no, he needs to know what's on your calendar, and then I'm going to make sure that I tell you whether or not you can do those things.
I can tell you this, that the next full day, despite the fact that, again, back on November 29, the court had previously scheduled matters for the 30th, but felt it important enough to both litigants to offer that day, and the record would reflect. I said I would cancel what I already had, and I would accommodate these litigants, and that was denied. And literally, there's not another day, and I'm just in abundance of caution needing a full day for this till March 1, and that's just too far out. So
I can make March 1 work, Your Honor.
Well, probably we all could, but the consequences of time that are reasonably expected based on the negative consequences to the fair administration of justice, the orderly administration of justice, the compliance with rules promulgated by the Florida Supreme Court and the Chief Judge of the 8th Circuit being violated, the court has concerns about the length of time and what might happen between now and then.
It would be, and I certainly understand the court's concerns, as I indicated in an email to Ms. Cummings, Chief Judge Mosley's JA, on which Mr. Shockett was copied. I can't be here next Monday for that hearing. Chief Judge Mosley indicated that neither my client nor I need to be here. Quite frankly, we don't have a dog in that fight. That's between the courts and Mr. Feather. I will hopefully think those order show cause proceedings have impressed upon counsel the need to protect and comply with the videos in accordance with the administrative order. Certainly, if depositions go forward in this case, regardless of who the depositions are of, I will be asking the court to impose a protective order barring any publication, period, except in accordance with the rules of procedure. So I think we could address it there. As I indicated,
A protective order, period? What does that mean? A protective order for how long? You can't seal a deposition forever, can you, lawyers? Can you do that?
Well, it's the judge.
All right, let me
But,
rephrase.
I mean, he typically would be sealed until at least trial.
Okay, well, that
So-
I could understand, but him saying I would be filing a protective order, period, sounded to me like
the thing is he's asking for this stuff, and his limited appearance was to get a continuance. It was not to argue anything else.
Yeah, it was just his
so
sole
that's
purpose for being
interesting.
there was to go.
His
we need to
only
get
purpose for being there was to get a continuance.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. So
yeah,
why
that's part
is
of the motion to disqualify as well.
So
It's
then-
spelled out in there.
So then is he doing something improper then by arguing this other stuff about the deposition?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's going outside of his authority. His authority is to be there to get a continuance, nothing else. And judge is letting him do it.
Well, see, I mean, that's the thing.
And-
He can go beyond it. I mean, his client is sitting there letting him go beyond it, but you can't go back and go, never mind. I can't. Once you cross that line, you can't go back over the line and say, never mind. I'm not here to deal with that, even though he just dealt with it.
Then he needed to file a full entry of appearance. That's the thing. He filed a limited entry.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind then.
He filed a limited entry of appearance, which then means
Yes.
you're limited to the thing you filed to do.
Yeah, apparently, which we really don't do here. So it's kind of.
So then why is he saying I'm going to file to seal the deposition if
because he knows the judge is going to let him do it.
Okay.
And
Well, why is this judge selectively pedantic? I mean,
Because he's a law professor.
Yeah.
Well, he's upset about the wording or the labeling of their motion of lawful law, but this guy's going out of the parameters of his limited
and he has nothing to say
third
about
party
that.
intervenership.
He's buddies with this guy.
Yeah,
He doesn't
he
like
doesn't
Mark
like
Feather
Hales.
and Randy Shocker.
He does kind of look like a wiener, so
Look, I've just attached I've attached Turtle Purgatory to a sheet, so it's all in one place now. And we've got the
It looks
finger
barren and
off of
sad.
her property. We've got the finger that was made out of I guess it was made out of a telephone pole. I thought it was made out of a fence, but the chat tells me it was made out of a telephone pole. I'm working on a janky fence. We have the futon on one side and then like just broken down fence pieces. I need to put the fence across the entire thing, and then we'll have the Turtle Purgatory will be almost complete. I don't have the RV because Valhalla is working on that, but I may have to make my own so I can add it to my. Oh, I don't know if I can do a vehicle though. I don't know. Yes, it's a base plate. Thank you. I'm a Lego newbie, so I don't know the terms for these things, but I'm trying to attach it to a base plate, if you will. That's what I'm
Lego
doing.
nerd.
Nerds. Morning of fifth work.
Okay, wait.
for the business scene.
For those of you who are lost, if you're just coming in here and you have no idea what the hell is going on, oh yeah, I have to put a hat rack in too. Right. I need to build a hat rack today.
Yes.
To put,
And do you have a Lego umbrella
a Lego. I'm gonna have to make one.
that
I
you
don't
can
know.
like stick on the where the head of the Lego person would go, so it has an umbrella head.
Oh my god, an umbrella head.
Strong in this one today.
Let me think about that. Let me think about how I might do
It
that.
was not the expert.
Where's the expert?
No. For
no.
God's
He
sake,
was in
no.
chat.
No.
I just remember that from just sitting back in my bed going, Megan just told somebody they're talking too much.
When the shoe is on the other foot, it's not so fun.
Seriously, it's like you're
no, I'm just teasing.
our introductions, Megan and I's introductions are literally to the second the same length, and hers is like 50 times longer than mine. I don't know how that works, but it does.
A cocktail umbrella. That's a good idea. I don't have a cocktail umbrella, but I could buy one at the store. I could buy a bunch of them. That would be fun. But yeah, I need to build a dumpster. I have a dumpster. You didn't see my dumpster? Look.
I love you, Megan.
Look. Here is the dumpster. It's an upside down square Lego with trash in it. See? And it's on the property of it's on the shit
squirrels
shack.
have gotten loose.
It's on the shit shack. It's the chat's fault. They're distracting me.
Yarana, I was entrapped.
Play for literally 1/4 of a second.
Look,
before
did you
you
see?
stopped and said, "Oh yeah, we have to." Oh, a dumpster. Oh yeah, squirrel. Ah, so awesome. we
Well,
have to talk about something really important. Oh yeah, I need to do this.
I know. Well, what I was going to say was before I got distracted by the chat, it's the chat's fault. Blame them. Or Canada. Anyway, the point is, what I was saying is, for those of you who have no idea what this case is about, the TLDR is that the judge this is the worst judge in America currently. I'm not saying that there aren't worse judges out there. We just don't know who they are yet at this point. But right now, this is the worst judge in America. You are getting a chance to watch the worst judge we've ever seen. This is great because you'll never see anything like this again, probably. This Levy County thing. So it all started with What the Hales. They're a YouTube channel. They moved to Levy County, Florida, and they uncovered on accident just a nest of corruption everywhere in this place. And I have been reporting on it on pjmedia.com. If you have not read, if you want to get caught up on this case, all you need to do is go over to PJ Media and find my articles. I will put them in the chat so that you can go clickety-click on them. That's another way to support the channel, by the way. Just click on my articles because that goes directly into my paycheck and it doesn't cost you a dime. It's free. It's free. You just take your little thumbs and you click on the link.
I think we got you to number 1 on PJ Media last night.
Yeah, but it didn't stay there long enough. We need to get it up there and trend today too. We should be trending all
Get
day.
it up longer.
Slackers.
Clickety click. So this story that I just dropped in the chat, that would be the peripheral story to this about the corruption within the entire circuit. But the story to catch you up, I'll put it also in the chat. Clickety click. This is the origin story. Here, you can go read that for the, to get caught up. Because there's so much. Basically, there's a turtle lady. She's got a turtle preserve that we're not sure saves turtles. We call it turtle purgatory because it looks pretty terrible. She's been cited by Fish and Wildlife for dirty pools or not big enough pools, or I don't know. There's a video on YouTube. You can go and watch it. And she's in this big fight with this YouTuber with 700,000 followers. And that's probably not a good idea. If you're going to pick a fight with somebody, you probably want to pick one with someone who doesn't have access to that big of a public base, because you're going to get exposed for all the things you're doing. So instead of listening to Jeremy Hales' evidence, the worst judge in America, is listening to Turtle Lady, and she's just telling a bunch of lies that we can see are lies, and telling people her mother's dead, but her mother's not dead. Her mother's dying. Her mother's back to life, died, then came back. We don't know. There's just a whole lot of lore here you need to get caught up on. Schrodinger's mom.
She is Schrodinger's mom.
Purg territory. That's right. Turtle purg territory.
The thing about this case that makes it unique in that way is that you get so many cases where there's a weird party, where there's just like a nutty, goofy, psychotic party. You get lots of cases where there's a rogue judge being weird, but you don't often get a weird party and a weird judge together at the same time.
Truth.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are watching the 4th hearing on this protective order that the plaintiff, Turtle Lady, filed against Jeremy Hales. She's claiming that he's cyberbullying and harassing. He's a danger to her. The judge has issued first he issued an illegal temporary injunction that violated his free speech and his Second Amendment rights. Second, the last hearing we watched, he changed his language and tailored it a little more narrowly because it was overly broad. And said
it's still too much.
It's still too much. But now he's taken away some of the language that was really violating his First Amendment rights badly. Yeah, right. And in this hearing, he still hasn't gotten to the evidence in this case. We still haven't heard one word from the defendant about his evidence that he is not doing any of these things that Lynette Preston says he's doing. Everybody get it? Are we all caught up now? All right, good.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's get back to the hearing. He's just the worst judge in America, and you'll see why.
I do think that's
I don't know.
too
The
soon
Delphi
to get
judge is
accomplished.
pretty
It basically
bad.
gives us a week to get the depositions done, and I will certainly endeavor to do that, though it does look like it'll have to be in the evenings or on the weekend to get those depositions done. Alternatively, if they're okay with first, I can make that work as well, and that will give both sides plenty of opportunity to conduct the discovery. Hopefully, Mr. Hale's side of the aisle has gotten the message regarding the need to safeguard witness testimony, information, and evidence.
I can make the first work by moving things around. It's really weird. If someone doesn't go to the doctor very much, I actually have an appointment. It's not life-threatening. I'll just change it.
I'm more inclined to do the February 9 if you could otherwise accommodate that day.
Okay, I can just ask this other judge. Cheeseman is her name.
Okay, and they could reach out to this court.
If we can reschedule it.
So,
But if absent that, Judge, I just know this is a 17 case. I don't think she's going to.
here's the other issue that your client needs to be aware of from the court's perspective and consistent with the statutory provisions that mandate upon continuance for good cause, the terms of the temporary injunction will remain in effect.
Can I be heard on that, Judge?
Sure.
So, you mentioned about the totality of circumstances. Each pleading, each petition has its say 50 pages the first time in September, 334 pages in October. Each time it's weighing. The December 4th one, as you said, cumulative effect was the barrier, her burden of proof was reached in order to effect, which I think it's strong and clear evidence. I think that's the language for ex parte.
On the issue of imminent.
Imminent,
Which
okay.
was
Okay. But what's
sufficient.
happened, but that was still subject to cross-examination. She's been asked questions under oath, and she's taken the fifth. And I think at that point, there's negative inference to make. And please, Judge, this is important because now I think at least that, plus the fact that a continuance was effectively done by not allowing the depositions that you ordered, not just her, Mr. Cook on the 17th, no show. I think now you have to at least take the fact that she took the fifth, the subsequent questions, say maybe that lowers it so that we don't reach the burden of imminent and the evidence, her burden has not been met.
Yeah, but since that time, so then part of the nature of the initial complaint to be adjudicated by the court is the dissemination publicly of broadcast images and documentation, videography, whatever it is, about her that she's claiming is causing her substantial emotional distress. That's to be decided by the court at some point when I get all the
cyber stalking.
evidence.
Right, but Budlove says that you can still use their name. You can do that as long as you don't have unprotected speech. That's, insightful, fighting words.
And I'm the one that not only narrowly tailored it before.
And I'm the one that not only narrowly tailored, I'm the one.
Except he didn't.
Except he did. Yeah, except he had to be forced
Exactly.
into it. He had to be
Yeah, and
forced
just-
into it.
Because you're publishing someone's likeness in a video does not mean you're cyber stalking them.
No,
He doesn't
and
read
saying
the
their
Budlove,
name.
the Strober v. Harris, which is the one that he relied on to issue the injunction initially. He reads it completely wrong. There has to be some outward directive to other people as well.
And Jeremy specifically says all the time,
Yeah.
do not contact this
Exactly.
woman. Do not. And I say the
Yeah.
same thing. Do not contact this woman. I don't know why anybody would want to have contact with her. It doesn't go
Well,
well.
seven men plus have had contact with her. And
Yeah, apparently.
Conjugal contact, perhaps.
of course, none of them
We
would seem to
assume
have
it's
wanted it.
conjugal.
Well, some people are into sadomasochism. I mean,
All right, the chat says we missed something about him saying, well, he didn't say it was dismissed. Shockett has said she has not met her evidentiary burden, which is true, and it should be dismissed because of that. She has not shown this court any evidence that there's any criminal harassment or cyberstalking in this case. All she has shown the court is a silly video of Jeremy Hales literally singing, "There's a hole in the turtle farm and across the street." And it's, it's really gross. There's a bucket of poop in the hole in the turtle farm across the street. And it's really gross. Like just this silly song.
just so gross.
I mean, I was laughing my head off of her. This was her evidence that is him singing a silly satirical song about her public 501c organization that she calls a turtle rescue that everyone else sees as turtle purgatory. Okay, the place is gross. We've shown you the fish and game going out there. There's like trash everywhere, and the water's green and slimy, and the poor turtles. Look at the turtles. Look, they have trees growing on them. The turtles, they've got trees. See, that's what they look like. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah, there's no evidence. So that's what he's saying. There's been no evidence, and it should be dismissed.
Or the Budlove decision, the court then, in conformity with that decision, modified it again for your client's benefit in conformity with the law. But it's another one of these balancing things, which is 2 more weeks of your client having the temporary injunction. But what I'm saying is, what's happened since entry of this injunction, here's the totality of the circumstances.
Okay.
On November 29, his attorney, your co-counsel, when the court said, I will accommodate the litigants, I will cancel what I have, we can come back at 9 in the morning. That was 5 p.m. the day before. Your co-counsel said the following, quote,
Mark Feather.
On with this again.
This is on 11/29 at 4:53 and 50.
4:53 and 15 seconds, he's about to say.
Mm-hmm.
He's got it queued up right in front of him. 4:53 and 15 seconds.
Dear Lord.
Oh, my
He is
God.
your ex-girlfriend that will never let this go. Let it die, ma'am. Let it die.
Oh, and you know, here's the thing. He's literally, this is the 4th hearing, you guys, and he still hasn't heard any evidence from the defendant. And he is going to go on and on about first counsel, Mark Feather, and what he said and not being able to come back the next morning.
What he said a quarter of a year ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's going to recite the record again, which he's already done in every single hearing.
Multiple times in every hearing.
Multiple times. 15 minutes.
15 seconds to 4:53 and 47 seconds. No, Your Honor, Mr. Hales is having.
He's got the
to address
transcript.
Matters in Ohio court related to this situation. He has to be there tomorrow morning. That's what was represented. That's what gained your client.
Hey, wordsmith judge, there. He has to be there. Does there mean court or does there mean
Ohio? And anyway, it doesn't matter because he did have to be in court. And the only way for a person to get from Florida to Ohio in time to get to court is to go the day before, you big asshole. Like, what is wrong with you? You don't know how travel works? And if you've been on a plane lately,
well, I mean, he's
planes are delayed.
In Levy County, Florida, so maybe he doesn't.
Well, the planes. Have you been on a plane lately that wasn't delayed? I haven't been on a flight in 2 years that it hasn't been delayed. I don't know if it's my airport or what, but I even had to drive from Arizona to New York because we couldn't get on an airplane for 2 days. They kept saying our flight was canceled, and this is post-COVID. So air travel right now is so screwed up. If he didn't go the day before, I actually think it's a risk to go the day before because it's so janky now. You can't get on a flight and get you anywhere on time. This is so frustrating. I'm getting a headache. I'm getting a migraine. This man gives me a migraine.
He gives me a
That was a
stupid
misrepresentation
aneurysm.
Because on 12/6 at 1:33 and 49 seconds through 1:43 and 45 seconds,
petty son of a
current
bitch.
counsel, Mr. Shockett, yourself,
Just the autism,
and questioning.
Does he know how upsetting he is? Like, does he know how annoying he is with his time stamping everything? Oh, look,
he has to know.
We paused at just the right moment because Santa Claus is here.
Yay!
Hey, Nicholas.
Hey, hello.
What you need to do is you need to do a Lego courtroom with him and call it Spurgatory.
Oh man, Nicholas, would you please put Judge DeThomasis on the naughty list? He needs to go on the naughty list and never receive presents again. Cole for the rest of his damn life.
I can have him a sock, and I can put some.
Can you send Krampus after him, or is it only Germans that can do that?
Only Germans can send the Krampus, but I can send him a sock and 2 cue balls.
Well, that'd be the only balls he has.
What kind of balls?
Oh my God. This is terrible. Those of you in the chat who have not met Nicholas before, Nicholas runs a channel called Trial Watch, Nicholas Starro on YouTube. Make sure you get over and subscribe to him as well. Mods, if you could start gathering up everybody's links and putting them in chat for me, I would appreciate it if you did some work today. It's just, I know that you like to sit around and tell jokes with us, and I would also like you to do some work today. And put those links in the chat. If I have any mods here, we need you to go and get those links. All right.
Of Mr. Hales on a compliance issue established that he did not have a court appearance the following morning. That in fact he went to Ohio to sign
Is he still
documents
going on
2
with that
days later
crap?
in his lawyer's office.
Uh-huh. Yeah, in the fourth hearing. The
He
fourth
does it in the fifth
hearing.
hearing too.
And we are 56 minutes in and we still haven't heard any evidentiary evidence of anything.
Well, and again, the thing that pisses me off is, I mean, and now I have to go back to the, was it the first or the second hearing when it was, well, what do you have to go there to notarize some documents? Why can't you notarize them here? We notarize them all over the world. You can do. He still has not acknowledged the fact that Ohio does not allow e-notarizations.
He doesn't even acknowledge that the Ohio action is valid. He thinks
He had to actually physically go to the courthouse, to the sheriff's department, the sheriff's office there to pick up the orders, and then go to his attorney's office to sign affidavit to have something notarized. He had
this
to go
judge is
physically. He
acting
had
like
to pick them up.
Yeah.
he's acting like Jeremy wanted to pay money to get on a flight to go to Ohio to do all this crap to protect himself from these neighbors. I mean, and he still won't uphold the Ohio order. Now, Jeremy says that he has now been given a supervisor at the sheriff's department in Levy County, and that the supervisor is willing to and says he's going to arrest the two of them for the violation of the Ohio court order that was made at one of the meetings.
It's 5:30 here, p.m.
So we'll see.
I'm having a beer.
All right. Criticism of me will always get read. Megan needs to listen better and not just say I diss. What?
Huh?
What? What the what?
What?
What did I do?
I diss.
Did you hit enter too soon?
Maybe
I disagree.
somebody
Maybe she hit enter
somebody
too
fat
soon.
fingered it on their phone and hit the
Maybe.
Dysentery?
No, it's this fat finger disease.
Hey, I feel attacked.
We are your Special K. I was talking to my mods. My mods in the chat. Yes, you people in the chat are my customers. My mods are. What?
Your mods are in charge of throwing the customers out.
Rogue Mama goes, that's it. I've been posting all morning, officially on strike. Well, I didn't see you. I didn't see you posting. The chat is going quickly. Maybe I should slow the chat
Slow
down.
your chat down.
Oh, maybe that's the problem.
Then that'll piss them all off too.
We can't chat.
I gotta wait 30 seconds to die.
Rogue Mama, you know I love you. You know I
Yes,
love all
she
of
is
you
awesome.
mods. You mods do great work. And you're always working hard. You're never slacking off. No, not you. Never.
Do it all for free.
Build more ziggurats.
Actually, no, my locals crew are a special shout out to them because they are really doing some great work producing my podcast for me. They're getting me stories to do my podcast so that I don't do not turn it in. My Fox Den Daily podcast, which has been Fox Den Daily with an asterisk. Fox Den Mostly Daily is what I should have called it. Yeah, I made a mistake. I've made a mistake by calling it that.
This is what happens when you say bad things about Megan. You just delay everything 10 more minutes. Be nice to her. Be nice to her.
I know, because then I feel like I have to respond. When you do the criticism, I'm like, wait, someone is criticizing me?
You're only
How
making it
dare
worse,
you.
critical people.
Lie to me. That's what I want from you. I want you to lie to me. Understand? Is everyone on the same page now?
I diss.
What?
I diss.
I diss.
That's the first continuance gained on misrepresentations to this court and less than candid representation. Then,
how does your screen keep getting
12-1,
smaller and
556
smaller?
Respondent's second
I don't
motion to
know.
continue on Mr. Feather, which was inadequately pled, was filed at the last minute. Did nothing to establish that it was
Every
something
pause,
that
it's gonna get
arose
smaller.
between him agreeing to the date of 12/6 and the date that he filed this second motion to continue on 12/1. It did nothing to say that something arose unexpectedly that caused him not to be available. And it
Judge,
resulted in
shut
you
up.
filing a notice of appearance and saying 24 hours and 20 minutes earlier, I need a continuance because I can't possibly be prepared, which the court again accommodated for Mr. Hales. And Mr. Hales, as I mentioned earlier, hired an attorney he knew could not be prepared. He knew he had a conflict or at least time.
There is no attorney on earth that can be prepared for
that
this
would have been
shit
prepared.
thing
He
in
was
24
accommodated.
hours.
Yeah.
I've got no regrets about that decision. Is it
No regrets.
conforming with the
Then
law
why do you
and the
keep complaining
circumstances?
about it?
But the circumstances then included on 12/5.
Out of
Third
8
motion
possible
to continue
hours,
and
he's been
respond.
whining about this 7.5 of them.
I think that's mine, Judge.
That was yours.
Yeah.
Okay, that was right. So they were like 3 days
Oh,
apart. We
oh.
heard it on the same day. One
Oh.
I resolved.
Oh, so then he brings up he brings up Silverman's delay. And then, that was yours. And then he's going to skip right over it. And he is not going to berate Silverman for his delay.
And he's certainly not going to berate Tortoise Queen for totally just ghosting a deposition and go, no, I'm on the road because
like
my
twice
mom is
and then
dead,
ducking
dying.
out of one.
Yeah.
No, Flux, no. Jeremy has not put on his case yet. No, we're still in the plaintiff's case in chief, which she's not presenting. She's not presenting it at all. He says she's not finished, but he hasn't asked her to start presenting. And she's got a lawyer now. So why the hell aren't they finishing her case in chief? Well, why are they doing this again? Why are we complaining about Mark Feather again?
Because Silverman needs a continuance because he's only had 2 weeks to prepare for this hearing and he's not prepared yet. So, and he's not even there as a full-on attorney. He's just there for limited continuance.
Even though you're supposed to take the case as you find it. Even though.
Yeah, I don't think Judge liked Shaka throwing that back at him.
God.
Outside the presence of a hearing, which was Feather's motion. Yours we did at subsequent hearing. The fourth motion to continue was the January 4. As I said before, in hindsight, the court felt it was error to allow that, as effectively we were midway through trial. Addition to that, and
So you notice how he blows over his own mistake too. Oh, I made a mistake, but let's just move on.
Yeah, well, but the court feels it's an error. Well, it was your error. So why are you even bringing it up unless you're going to hold yourself in contempt?
Investigation by the state attorney and or the Levy County Sheriff's Office under their obligation under Florida Statute 784.0487. 12.6, there's an allegation for violation of the injunction, which implicates you, Mr. Shockett. 12.27, another motion for contempt. 12.29, additional motion for contempt. 2 of them on January 2nd. There's now contempt proceedings ordered to show cause on Attorney Feather with the Chief Judge of this 8th Circuit. There's, in addition to all of those moving parts and developments, this court, again to accommodate the respondent, and again in conformity with the law, this court had previously narrowly tailored the language because there was not any, and I pointed this out in December, I pointed this out, I believe, in November, there were no DCA opinions subsequent to the October of 2021 statutory change, which added 6 words. And as I pointed out in the footnote in the case of Strober versus Harris, 2nd District Court of Appeals,
you are still misquoting Strober v. Harris. Your absolute word.
You need to maybe reevaluate.
All right, so tell me about this. Tell me about Strober v. whatever.
Strober v. Harris. Yeah, Strober v. Harris is a case between 2 influencers of sort, not very known, where one party told his viewers in public to go harass the other party.
Mm-hmm.
So
nothing like this case at all.
Nothing like
this case.
But when you hear him try to quote the Strober v. Harris case, he is skipping.
Yeah, he skips that element.
He skips that element.
Oh, you're not allowed to buffet it?
We ran through that case on my stream last week.
Yeah.
And it's nothing like, I mean, there's so much to distinguish from this one. Yeah. It's not even funny.
Yeah. The only thing that is related, it's
YouTubers.
It's YouTubers.
That there are YouTubers involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but like you can't tell your audience to go and do something to someone else. Like that's not allowed.
Yeah.
No, to harass the person in public and go after them. Yeah, that's what got him in trouble.
Yeah.
And that has never been done in this case.
No.
No, not that I've ever heard. I've never heard, and I've watched a lot of Jeremy's, streams about this, and I've never heard him say that. I've actually heard him say the opposite several times. I've heard him say, the legal system is going to take care of this. Do not contact anyone involved in this case. That's for us to do, and we are going to do it. That's what I've heard.
He says that every time.
Every time. But he's exercising his First Amendment right to make commentary about what's happening to him in the legal system, what's happening to him with his neighbors. I mean, you don't have to agree. You don't have to think that talking about your neighbors online is an okay thing to do. You can disagree with that, but it is okay to do under the First Amendment. Am I wrong? I'm right? You can do that. You can talk about your neighbors. Maybe you think it's not
as long
a good
as it's
idea.
not defamatory.
Right. Yeah. You can say
or
that, like,
insightful.
Right. You can say my neighbors are dummies. I mean, you can say whatever you basically you say whatever you want as long as it's not defamatory statements. But having opinions about someone that are just they're unlikable for whatever reason, and you don't like your neighbor, you're literally allowed to say that. I don't suggest just doing that for no reason, because then you won't have neighbors who like you. But the whole point is, this is garbage. This is just garbage. And this whole case has nothing to do with cyber stalking and everything to do with the First Amendment. And some speech you don't agree with, but you don't stop it. And that's what the judge has done. He's trying to anyway.
Megan,
okay, so Strober v. Harris. I might want to read
in our
that.
pause here, Megan. I'm gonna duck out. It's 2 a.m. here, and I just can't get through this again.
All right, I understand.
I can't do this guy at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I know, right?
He'll put you to sleep here soon.
It is
don't
against
worry.
the Geneva Convention.
It is. Good luck getting through the next 25 minutes or however much is left.
Okay, thanks.
See you guys.
Damn it.
Love y'all.
Bye, Jeff.
Bye, Jeff.
Bye, Jeff.
Jeff's doing his annual, is it Fuck It Friday or
It's
Griftathon
monthly.
Friday?
Monthly.
Or
It's
monthly?
St. Patrick's Griftathon. It's the 1-year anniversary of Vikings saying hi.
Okay, so he's doing that this Friday. So make
Yeah.
sure that you guys set your calendars. I don't know what time it starts. Anybody know what time it starts?
It's usually like 8 Eastern, maybe. Either
PM?
8 or 9 Eastern. Yeah, PM.
PM. Okay.
Should
All
be
right.
PM.
Yes. So set your calendars for that.
Nighttime.
Set your alarms for that. It's at night, sometime in the nighttime if you're in the U.S. On Friday. All right. Here we go. Let's continue.
This is the trial court in light of that statutory change. Nonetheless, the court narrowly tailored it, again, in conformity with Bud Love, decided by the second DC on December 29. I modified the language again to accommodate him and to not restrict in the balance of things his First Amendment rights. Since then, we now have the posting of unredacted court proceedings from November 29 and 12/6 in violation of Supreme Court orders and this Chief Judge's order. We now learn today, this court now learns today, that there's also been publication and broadcast of a video deposition that was not taken in conformity with 12.310B4.
It's public
and
records.
which has now been disseminated to the public.
It's Florida.
You didn't seal it away. You didn't put a protection on it.
Consequences.
Yeah.
It's public
And nobody
records.
told him. Nobody told him
Yeah,
not
there's
to.
nothing
Nobody
wrong.
told him
It's
that he wasn't
not good
supposed
in
to.
good taste, but there was no order sealing, no protective order in place. There's nothing preventing him from doing it.
And he paid for it, so it's his property.
Yeah, and we all thank him, thank Jeremy for that,
Yes.
because
Yes.
thank you. I mean,
We thank you.
Yes. Oh my God. Megan has some good clips
heck
now.
yes.
Yeah.
I do, but I didn't add them to my board yet. I need to. Maybe I can
Add
do
them
that
to-
while
add
we're
them to
sitting here.
StreamYard.
You are not a nice person.
Yeah, it's
My mother's dead.
Oh God, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I have to save these. I have to save these and upload them. So let me do that. I'll save them right now because I've got them
Yeah, I
open.
just do them under the clips and in the under the brand tab in StreamYard. I don't
Under
have the
the- oh.
fancy little board like you do.
Yeah. Save as. I can't take this. That's oh God, they're so funny. They're so freaking funny. But they're MP4s. I think I might have to.
Yeah, Yeah, in
I think I
StreamYard,
might have
the
to
brand
redo them
tab,
to
you can upload the
MP3.
videos.
Yeah,
No.
I can upload the video, but mine are all full right now.
Yeah.
I have to go
Oh.
through and weed some out. So
Well,
I'm probably gonna
but
have
not
to.
in StreamYard. You can add them. You can add a bunch of them in StreamYard. Just go
I
to
know.
the brand tab.
What I'm telling you is mine are all full. I'm
Oh, really?
all full up on.
But I think you can folder them so you can have several of these.
I have several. They're
Okay.
all full. Okay, what I'm
Okay.
telling
She has
you
all
is
the videos.
I have all the
video clips.
videos, and every single window is full, and I can't figure out like which ones to get rid of. Like I can't get rid of this.
Unacceptable.
Like our children.
That's hilarious. I can't get rid of this.
Two squads!
Like I can't get rid of any of this. I can't.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Really? I can't get rid of that.
I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany.
I can't get rid of this.
I understand you're moving for a mistrial when you got additional time and you can call the same witnesses to address whatever issues. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor, because we
Can
don't.
Okay. Can we go to exhibits, please?
I can't get rid of these things. These
Denied.
are
No. you
these
can't.
things are in the lore. They must remain.
It's the only word that accurately describes the man, and we can demonstrate just that. Everybody thinks he's an asshole. Son of a bitch. Well, that's good too.
Shut up! What the hell? Court's adjourned. In my chambers. Now.
I love that clip.
I know.
Love that clip.
Me too. My favorite one that I couldn't find from that movie was the part where he says after the judge is like, if you breathe one word of irrelevant material from that journal, you are done. I will put you in jail. I will put him in jail. And he's all, I won't, Your Honor, I won't. So he goes to the witness, and the very first thing he says is, so tell me, do you enjoy molesting little girls? And the judge, he throws his gavel. He goes, that's it. Lock him up. Put a muzzle on his face. Ah! And he goes, and I can't find it like on YouTube or anywhere to get it. It's like literally, I'm gonna have to like grab it off the actual movie. God, is that a great movie? That's From the Hip, by the way, with starring Judd Nelson. What a fantastic movie. It's just one of the greatest. So funny. So anyway, I have a lot of videos that I just can't part with. I haven't been able to. And I don't know what else to do there. So it is what it is. I'll figure it. Well, I'm going to put them on my Stream Deck, though. I just have to transfer them to MP3 somehow. And then we'll get them on the Stream Deck.
The court include fallout of hate mail, hate telephone communication. It disrupts the orderly administration of justice. It increases potential harm to the litigant who's brought this action. It includes potential violations of oaths of attorneys or attorney, one who's answering to the chief judge. The court perceives those totality of circumstances as increasing the potential for additional potential harassment and or violations of rules of the court. It also increases the possibility of violations of the terms of the injunction. It increases the possibility, because the evidence would show the disclosure of what would otherwise be protected information that should have gone through a redaction process. And in the case of the video depot, should have been in conformity with the rules on
That's
posting or
up
filing with the
to
court.
Lynette's lawyers to ask for a redaction.
Oh.
And
but she didn't have a lawyer. She didn't have a lawyer at the time. And
well,
so
then she works as her own lawyer, and then it's her herself
It's her fault.
that has to ask for it.
Yeah, it's her fault. She didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
She also waived all her objections about the deposition not being filed or whatever, what's noticed properly or whatever it was that they alleged. She waived all that, and the judge is just pretending like the law is not the law, and like he's just pretending like that's not a thing. It's crazy. I hate him. I hate him. I'm sorry, but I hate him. I hate people. I hate judges who disregard the law and who don't play by the rules. This is not okay. He should not be a judge. I'm not even sure if he should be a law professor. I think that he needs to be, not in any public service whatsoever. He can like go sell used cars. Oh God, can you imagine? He'd be a car salesman, maybe sell some insurance somewhere. But he should not be a judge because he doesn't understand the law. And he doesn't respect it. He pretends like he does, and that's the thing that's bothersome. He pretends like this is all very important, but he is the one disregarding the law. He is the one disregarding due process. He is the one that is making both of these people, the plaintiff and the defendant, not get their day in court. It's him.
Yes.
Yeah. Well put.
And noticing it in the first place. And what appears to be a continuation of the behavior and arguably increased behavior that is troubling to this court. This matter needs to proceed to be resolved on February 9 with the temporary terms of the injunction as previously modified. Needs to remain in effect. It's the only way to assure, and again, I'm not insensitive to the fact that it's 2 more weeks, Mr. Hales, but in conformity with this court's obligation under the law and based on the totality of those circumstances, and there are more, there were 3 full hearings, if not 4 or 5 different court proceedings where all of it is outlined, as well as what's filed in the court record. Temporary terms of the injunction will remain in effect, as I said, as modified and issued on January 4, 2024. So I'm going to direct the clerk to prepare a third extended temporary injunction for protection against stalking with the addendum previously made part of that order, which was page 5 of the 7 pages issued on January 4. Mr. Hales, you're directed
Can
to
we
comply
speed
with
run
the
to
terms
2 hours? I have
of
words.
that injunction through February 9. On February 9, we'll adjudicate.
I want to use the word I posted in private chat.
Yes, I know you do. I can tell you're struggling.
Go ahead. I don't care.
Yes.
I get demonetized anyway, so
Yeah, all of mine have gone yellow.
Judge Grudge, you fucktwat! You can't do this! You absolute nincompoop! You absolute fucktwat!
I like the word nincompoop. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Nincompoop is fantastic. I like it.
He is a thunder cow. I mean,
a thunder cow.
A thunder cow.
You mean a thunder cahunt?
Well, I'm trying to at least get you yellow. I was trying to keep you in the yellow zone.
On the yellow zone, yeah. I think my stream with Dave Neal the other day got yellowed, and I think it was because YouTube found his short shorts inappropriate. That's all I could think of, is that perhaps Dave's short shorts didn't pass muster. Dude he has this thing where he stands up on his chair to show everyone his pants on my stream, and it's like becoming a thing now. And he's the legs on that guy, it's Dave Neal needs to wear short shorts. The world should not be denied the gams on Dave Neal.
Pants or prison, and I will not stand up.
As I'm stuck in holy roller skirts, I agree.
Ooh, I just found a little Lego broom. I'm going to put that over here. Not that anyone will use it.
She's never used a broom.
I know, but it's funny. And it just looks like another piece of shit hanging around.
Once a year, she uses it to travel to visit her relatives. When it's soon time.
Yes, it's a travel device. It's
Yeah.
really more of a travel device than a useful tool around the turtle purgatory. That makes more sense.
Additional depositions based on the totality of the circumstances, the request to depose or further depose.
The totality of the circumstances is that you are a fucktwat, Your Honor.
So they're not going to be able to depose
This
her
is the
more?
orderly administration of justice we're witnessing.
Who's not under the control, at least there's no evidence it's under the control of Ms. Preston, is just a witness, certainly available to both parties upon proper subpoena and process to serve him with subpoena for deposition.
I think you mean Mr. Cook.
Any more of his
Yeah,
former
so.
students
Preston.
run against
No.
him, please.
You mean
At the end
John.
of this term,
John
run
Cook.
against him.
That deposition.
Hell, I'll run against
again,
him, and
if
I'm
it's,
afraid of
taking
gators
conformity with
and
the rules of
pythons
scheduling
and
a deposition,
turtles.
Setting a deposition, noticing a deposition, subpoena for deposition, in conformity with the rules, may take place and needs to be concluded by February 2. Likewise, and I'll build an exception for that. I'm going to leave it to counsel. But by February 2, likewise, the deposition requested by petitioner's counsel of the respondent needs to be concluded by February 2. As to the Cook deposition, in part,
What did he say?
given
Did
The
he say
Cook-
poop?
What has
Oh,
already
the cook.
been-
The cook. Okay, not the
Cook.
poop deposition.
No, not the poop, the Cook deposition.
represented as maybe a 3-hour productive deposition of the petitioner, based in part on the request of counsel for the petitioner seeking about 3 hours of the respondent, based in large part on this court's knowledge of the issues to be litigated and adjudicated. The court will allow the deposition of Mr. Cook to take place up to 3 hours.
Oh,
Deposition
up to 3 hours,
by the petitioner's counsel.
so he
3
can
hours
ramble
beyond.
and filibuster for 3 hours and then just leave. That's not how
Well,
depositions is.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
not really how it works.
no. I mean, they
No,
are
it's
deposed
not.
because you need answers to questions.
And if they
you
know that
refuse
there's a
to,
time limit, then they'll just stall, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea. But this judge is full of bad ideas. And he loves to. Oh, I found a feather.
This judge's
Look, I found
parents
a feather.
had a bad idea.
This, yeah.
I mean,
Well, you
this
know,
mistake is
who's-
generational with this guy.
Yes.
He's unbelievable.
May be completed by February 2nd unless both counsel agree in writing to another date. So I'm giving you guys that opportunity, so you don't have to come back to court to change it. If you both are agreeing, you don't need a stipulated order changing this order. So I'm giving you to February 2nd. That should give you another week to get the transcripts if needed. I would suggest you try to
6 p.m. I need something stronger than beer.
adjourn for the day, start working towards agreeing on what that date and what those.
I
times
vote
will be.
vodka, but I always vote vodka.
I will
If
have
your
a
calendars, for instance.
teeny tiny gin and tonic.
February 2, you don't have to come back.
Oh God, we're doing calendaring again.
We're always doing calendar.
I can't.
I need to be heard on something, Judge. I have an expert witness that's going to testify in this case. It's a forensic expert. And I just texted her. Her name is Diane Peterson. And I just texted her, she's not available. Her granddaughter's giving birth. The due date is the 10th. I just had an exchange with her. I don't want this continued.
Teeny tiny gin
I
and
think
tonic.
she's a material, important witness.
Where is she going to be physically? On
Tennessee, she's in whatever that mountain area is north of, in Tennessee, whatever that city is north.
Hey, look who's here. It's IT Goatee.
Hey!
Well, we don't need to anymore.
Hey.
We figured it out.
Fighting
All
over the
around world.
mouse.
We did, yeah, we were fighting over the mouse. I was calling for you earlier, but guess what? They walked me through the tech problem I had and fixed it. Can you believe that?
Well, if you slowed chat down, you
Yeah.
would see my messages as you were having problems.
I didn't see your
See,
messages. I was like,
mansplaining works sometimes.
I didn't see it. I didn't see your messages. That sucks. Yeah, but they managed to fix it. They fixed me this time, so that's good news.
Oh, there's no fixing you.
Well, that's also true.
I
Also
just
true.
kept
I
quiet
found
because
a
I had
hat.
nothing to
I found a
add.
hat for the hat rack. I found a hat, but the hooks that I've been using for my hat rack won't fit on the hat, and that's a problem. So now I have to find new hooks. Oh wait, it did fit. Look there is a hat for the hat rack. Is everyone seeing that?
Oh,
An
my
actual
God.
A
hat.
blue top hat. Interesting.
It's purple. I don't know why the color is not coming through, but it's purple. It's a purple top hat. I don't know what Lego set it came from, but I'm working on a hat rack because Lynette wants to put the that umbrella guy in the hat rack, which I think is one of the most creative threats I ever heard in my whole life. I'm gonna put you in a hat rack.
Does she think he's a living umbrella or something? Like,
We're not sure. We're really not sure, but but that was the threat. I'm gonna put you in a hat rack. Okay, nice. I think Tug needs to put that on a t-shirt like immediately.
Ooh.
basically.
If you guys have missed, if you have missed that Umbrella Guy's stream from the other night with me, was that last night?
It was last night.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
the
it was last
days are
night.
just like they're just spinning. Anyway, so last night Tug and I
There
were
are
on,
days.
and I know, right? We were on and we read this email that he got from an anonymous account that really sounded like Lynette and Ermagerd. It was so funny. It was so funny.
Lynette, can somebody post my email in?
Please send me an email, Lynette.
Please send us
I
emails.
challenged her last night. Please send one to me.
Yes, please do.
Ooh, please send one to me. I would love to do a
Oh,
dramatic
Mo,
reading.
is your wig and things ready yet?
My wig is it's still braided up. I just have it hanging up.
Yes, she was
it's
wearing it the other day. You missed
Yeah.
it.
I got googly eyes and I need to find some of my husband's old green army socks to make turtle sock puppets and find a little dumpster to
Fabulous.
and I will be set.
I hated those socks.
That is a fabulous plan. I love the sound of this. This is making me very
Mo,
happy.
you have to reenact the deposition.
I have plans to as soon as apparently redoing and making an office, there's a cabinet or something, so now we have to figure out how to make my room an office. And so when I suggested that hallway from Resident Evil with all the lasers, I was shot down. So now I'm in trouble.
Oh Lord, you're getting an office makeover? Are you getting a she shed?
Well, yeah, the problem is that a good Christian and, supportive and adult wife would hear, okay, we might not be able to do your office this way, so we'll have to change things, let's maybe do it this way. And so they would, maybe take that nicely. My way would be to start doing stuff all on my own with my, cripple leg. And then, until I start getting hurt because I am a stubborn ass.
Oh no, don't get
So
hurt.
I am taking
Mo,
a
please don't get hurt.
so I'm taking a break and doing streaming. But my husband is like, are you moving stuff yourself? And I'm like, I don't need your help.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
I'll do it my own self. I go
no,
into Fornager
stop.
mode. So yeah, that's why I'm sitting here. Because you're like, go stream. And I was like, fine.
Fine. Oh. Well, all right. Let's get through this.
Atlanta, where the mountains are. I want to say Chattanooga, but maybe not. But anyway, she's from Tennessee. She's supposed to fly into Gainesville and appear.
Is he going to reschedule the birth?
Why can't she hear by video conference?
There's no objection.
Because she's going to be at a birth, you fuckwit.
We just Googled her. Apparently she's some kind of handwriting expert. I normally never object to anybody appearing by Zoom unless it's a party or an expert, particularly if she's going to be referring to documents, showing documents to the court, comparing documents, I absolutely have an objection to her appearing by Zoom. So, and again, it's the first time I've heard the name. I can't imagine how handwriting.
Is that silver thing, silverfish?
Yeah, that's Silverman. Notice how the judge never interrupts him and he never talks down to him.
Takes notes.
Yeah.
Diligently listens.
How did the soup guy from Seinfeld become a judge?
It's a good question. It's a good question.
No soup for you.
That is. Oh, hey, Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy and George. That is Silver Scam. He calls him Silver Scam. That's funny. Welcome, folks, to Purgatory. Welcome to Purgatory. Here we are. We are awaiting our judgment. And this man's courtroom. You know what I want to do? You know, Jeremy, maybe you can answer the question. I would like to have the first day you were in court. You were supposed to be there at 1 p.m. and he said he adjudicated all these other cases before yours. I want those videotapes. I want those hearings of the other people. I want to see how he behaves regularly. How do I get those? Who do I ask for that? Because I want to see what led up to him. I want to see, did he have a particularly bad day that day? Did someone piss him off? Is he telling the truth that he adjudicates other cases really quickly? He takes 6 minutes per case. He did 5-6 cases in an hour or whatever it was he said he did. I want to see what happened in that whole day. I want the whole thing. I want the whole 8-hour day of Judge Thomas's and how he behaves with other people.
Megan,
I want to see him eating lunch.
That is torture. How much are you going to drink? Are you putting it on 2-speed? How many gummies are you taking? That's not safe.
You know, that would be hilarious. Maybe we should do a gummy and Thomas's watching stream.
I would never.
I've never taken a gummy on stream before. Maybe we should try a gummy and Thomas's watching stream. You can come only if you take a gummy.
Oh no! Okay.
Yeah, sadly, Swedish laws on the
Joe
subject
Rogan,
is quite harsh.
The Megan experience.
It's legal in New York, so this is not illegal. I'm in New York, and it's legal here. And we've already done drunk streams, so we should definitely try gummy streams.
It's legal in Michigan,
so you can do gummies
but
and won't be drunk.
It's not legal in the eyes of my wife.
Oh, well, that's important. So you are not allowed to partake. I have a friend who grows his own, and he brought
his own gummies.
Well, the stuff that goes in the gummies, and
that's a tree. I would grow that tree. I mean,
he's Willy Wonka.
He's Willy Wonka.
Person. If he had a Mike and Ike tree, I'd be there.
No, but he brought me some chocolates the other day.
Does he grow brownies too?
No, but he brought me chocolates, and he was like, "Now be careful.
Megan,
only have like half of one at a time." And I was like, "Okay." So I took half and nothing. Of course, I have this pain issue, so I was hoping to get some pain relief. Nothing. Take the other half. Another hour goes by. Nothing. I take another half of another one.
Oh,
another hour goes by.
Megan.
Turns out I'm immune. I'm immune.
Oh,
I ate two
I was
of them.
thinking like.
No,
I was
I
thinking
ate two
like
of them
8
and I'm
hours
immune.
later, you're seeing smells.
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
It's like,
and it was funny when
Dune.
I told him, he was like, "That's weird." He's like, "That's weird because it really rocks me." And I'm like, "Well, not me. I'm immune apparently." So
you poor thing.
I got to find some gummies that actually work for me. It's probably
maybe some sugar cubes from the 70s.
That I couldn't. No. That would be like a whole CIA experiment that nobody wants to see. It'd be monarch programming. Oh God, I don't even want to think about that. Can you imagine trying to stream when you're tripping balls? That would be so weird. I would be informing everyone about what Jesus is saying now. Jesus is in the room. He's in the room. Jesus is here.
Start telling people you start telling people all the things without the filter, and if you don't have a very big filter anyways, it's just like
yeah, it could be bad. Could be
Right.
super bad. And that's not legal here. And it's not legal anywhere as far as I know. So that's something that I would never do. So that's just not
Apparently,
okay.
there's one company that's trying to get LSD. They're going for like a stage 3 trial for anxiety treatment. So
Well, I hear that under physician care that it can be very beneficial for that. And I
I
don't
volunteer as tribute.
Yeah, I don't
Just
doubt that.
saying.
But I think people should be very careful with these substances, very careful. And I think actually under physicians' watch is a good idea because, you never know what's going to happen. And you never know how you could be unsafe at any moment. So that's something that you should be very careful with, very careful. If you plan to experiment with
Yes.
any of that stuff, be
No,
very, very
yeah,
careful.
no. Follow the laws of your local municipalities.
Absolutely.
Do
Follow
not get
all
caught
laws.
up by the feds.
Boy, that fentanyl
Nothing.
too is such a bad thing, and it's so everywhere right now. And I don't know why. I can't figure out if is China just trying to kill us off one by one. I don't know what's going on there, but the whole fentanyl issue, I feel really sorry for the kids who really cannot. You have to tell kids now, okay, look, if you're going to do the substances, you have to go buy this testing kit, and then you have to test it all first before you do any of these substances because you're going to freaking die. New York is handing out Narcan now. You can call a number and be given a free Narcan nose spray to carry around with you just in case you or somebody else ODs on this stuff. And it's so terrifying. Police officers are going into situations where they touch some powder substance and they die. That's how potent this fentanyl stuff is. It is a totally different world than when I was in college.
Yeah.
When I was in college,
then-
people were just taking things off the street from random people. And it was fine.
Yeah.
Like no one died. Everyone was just like, yeah, you see the guy, the guy down there, he's got the sheets of the stuff you want, and then you do it and nothing happened. I mean, other than a good time. But now it's not like that. It's so dangerous. So dangerous. Kids, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
What's the
It's
thing
bad
that
for you.
college students are always taking? It's not Adderall. It's there's
I
some
don't know.
drug
I'm
that
not
they're
in touch with the
taking.
kids these days.
But there
I
was a
was
guy on
never
Fox
cool.
News. He lost his son because his son thought he was just taking one of these like an Adderall, but it was laced with fentanyl.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, Brett Bear.
No, it wasn't Brett.
I
That's
thought it
terrible.
was.
Are you serious?
Maybe?
I
I
didn't
don't know.
about that.
Oh,
Policing your police says touching it doesn't kill you. I have heard stories that have say otherwise. Let me get to some of the super chats. Reform Congress, thanks for the super chat, says still $1 million short of being a millionaire. Yeah, me too. Join the club. But I appreciate your $2. Marcus King, thanks for the super chat, says I'm starting to think Silverman is not the sharpest tool in the shed. I don't know. I mean, how dumb is he? He's got the judge on his side. Monique, thanks for the super chat, says Megan, you need an umbrella rack. Well, Monique, I'm working on that as we speak. The hat rack is coming along. The bottom part will have the umbrella stand, and then I'm going to figure out a way to put Tug in there. It'll be funny. Oh, shit. I just dropped my hat. No. Wait, I lost it in my genie pants. Okay, wait. There we go.
It was Eric Bowling. Eric Bowling's son.
Oh. Bakerade. Bakerade. Hi, Bakerade.
Oh, nice. Baker.
Welcome, Baker.
Does Broken Baker want a link? I need to talk to him anyway. I was thinking about doing a stream. I want him to come stream with me to catch my audience up on the Karen Reed case at some point because he's covering that. And I would like to hear from him about that. Hey, MG, will you send him a link in case he wants to pop in?
Sure, I'll do that.
Thank you. Jane Grin, thanks for the super chat, says, does anyone find it unusual that Lynette suddenly has an attorney who has a history of being besties with the judge? Yeah, I think it's unusual. Although I will say this. It's a very small place. There are not that many attorneys, I think, in this area who practice, like everybody knows everybody. And I think that could also be it. It's a very small town. So Unhung Hero, thanks for the super chat, says this judge is bad, but the judge in the Delphi murder case is going to be far worse. Already has been. Ask potentially criminal Sean sometime.
Yeah, both me and Mo have been covering the Delphi case, and Judge Gould is unconstitutional to a degree I have never seen before.
Yeah, I
She
heard
is
about that. I heard about that.
She first disqualified his defense attorneys without a hearing.
Right.
Then the Indiana Supreme Court reinstated them. Now she's going to have a hearing about misconduct against them. So they file just because
Have they
the
filed-
Indiana
misconduct.
Have
Yeah.
they filed for
Speedy trial.
recusal for
Yeah.
for-
Yes, and she
Uh,
denied it.
Yeah.
Of course she did. Of
Surprise,
course.
surprise. She denied it.
Okay,
Of course.
but Megan, in this misconduct for the defense, they found out that the prosecution has been getting classified or privileged information on the defense. They have, so from unknown sources, they have been surveilling and basically getting intel on the defense this entire time.
Are you
And the
serious?
judge
The
has,
prosecution?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Wow. And what
So
has the judge
they
done
have
about it?
Absolutely nothing.
fuck all.
Wow. Is that allowed? Are you allowed to surveil the defense?
Absolutely
And when you
not.
say
No.
surveil, are we talking like FISA warrants? Are we talking
No,
falsified
we're,
FISA
we're
warrants?
talking about like getting people in the office, leaking things, getting things, police. It's bad. It's really bad. Not to mention habeas. There's a habeas injunction, I think,
Wow.
going on.
Yeah, so
They
it
ju-
sounds
they-
like that
yeah.
case is crazy. That
Yeah,
case
they
is
just
nuts.
filed an 18-page motion to disqualify the prosecution.
Wow.
And
Yeah, I need to get that and go through.
oh yeah, the investigators destroyed evidence.
Yeah.
Or
Wonderful. That's just
yeah.
what we need. That's just what,
yeah,
what we need.
or
Yeah, now
as
that
they
was
claim,
that was the
mistakenly erased
mistakenly
every-
erased. Yeah.
Yeah, mistakenly erased every recording from the first suspect's interviews.
Isn't that unbelievable? And then they didn't tell anybody that they did that until
No.
it became this issue, right? Like they didn't
Yeah.
actually right away say, "Hey, this
No.
happened."
They
Aren't they
noticed it.
supposed to report that?
They noted it a few months later, but they didn't tell the defense until the defense already knew. So they then they
Wow.
had to disclose it. But they say, "Oh, no worries. We re-interviewed those people 6 years later."
Oh my God, 6. Why didn't they do it immediately when they realized that they had deleted it?
Well, because they didn't think the defense were going to find it, and that the defense were even looking at this sort of angle of the defense. They were hoping to get defense attorneys who were not smart.
Yeah, and yeah, and then there are expert witnesses who the investigators. Oh, we don't remember their name, but that expert contacted the defense. Well, it was me.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it is a rabbit
Okay,
hole
so
of
it's bad.
nuclear stupid.
Yeah.
It's bad. Okay,
It's
well,
bad.
I definitely need to catch up on a lot of that. There are only so many trials that I can follow.
Oh, I completely understand.
But
and I
go
meant to
to
follow that
Mo.
one.
Mo has all the videos on the Delphi case.
Okay.
And,
I
yeah.
do, and
do you have a
but
playlist?
defense. I think I do. Defense Diaries does a really good job too.
Yeah.
They have had time to really dig deep,
Yeah, but
as you know.
they
I
are
have.
not here. They are not here. You are. We are grifting for
Well,
Mo
yes.
Yeah, we're grifting
Well,
for you.
I
Mo.
do.
Stop giving your grift away. Stop that right now.
Well, that, but I
That's
do
not
have
allowed.
all the kids. I do have all of the Frank's memo read, so I do
Yeah.
read the
With
entire
the-
Frank's memo.
The
And
Frank's memo
if you
with
really
the
wanna-
Odinist.
Yeah,
theory.
if you really want to get an idea, because when the Odinist theory came out, I was like, defense guys, I really wanted to get behind you, but man, bear pig, come on, guys, man, bear pig.
Well, what is
But
the Odinist theory? I thought it was Odinist who did it. I thought there was
they really it really convinced me. It really convinced me. They have footnotes, and I am a footnotes kind of gal, but they use all the discovery, and it really goes to point out the glaring holes that are in there. I have a lot of kind of contemporaneous stuff from when the incident first happened. I am from Indiana. I'm about an hour and a half away from Delphi. Depending on how crazy it is up at the courtroom, I might go up there in various
Do you think that
Louise
do you
outfits.
think Richard Allen did it?
No,
No,
You don't.
no.
no. I don't
There's-
think it was possible
I
for
know.
one person to do it.
It's
So,
5
do you
foot
think it was one
4.
of the first? Do you think it was one of the first people that they, the people they lost the
Don't
interviews with?
don't know, but there are
Yes.
too many circumstances that points to the Odinist thing, and that was what got me interested, because Scandinavian,
Yeah.
actual Viking, and these diaper Nazis over at Delphi can go fuck themselves.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think so. The it's okay. The people who they interviewed first, if I'm not mistaken, the ones that they deleted, the prosecution deleted the interviews.
Yes.
At least one of them had Odinist ties, right? It was
Both.
like an
Both.
Yes,
both.
they both ran like a semi-Odinist thing. They both have. Listen to the Frank's memo. It is
Yeah.
absolutely.
This is the first time I've ever heard of Odinism, by the way.
They
Nick,
had
is that like a
search
thing?
warrants on their phones, Megan, 3 days after this incident, and they never served them. I mean, they had these guys dead to rights
What?
3 days after.
What?
I have never
This
been
is
more
so
pissed in my
weird.
entire life.
What on earth would be the motivation for that? Is it lazy policing, or is
So
it something
basically,
else?
they found
Incompetence and fear, I believe.
they found
fear of
Richard
what?
Allen.
Because these guys are quite dangerous, and allegedly one of the FBI contracted somebody who looked into this, and then a couple of years later he was gunned down outside of the FBI headquarters.
Oh wow! Seriously?
And
why have I
and
never heard
Richard
of
Allen-
Odinist before?
Because it's stupid and people ignore it until it's in your face.
Is
That's
this
it.
a problem in Sweden where you are? Are these
No,
people?
no. I mean, they pop up, these diaper Nazis, once in a while. Ooh, Vikings, we are so cool. And the rest of the people are saying, no, you don't. And they stop doing it. But then these Americans, and we did the stream a few months ago now, when we looked into the founder of that Odin Brotherhood thingy. And he looks like if Bill Gates and had a weaker chin. That's the founder of this stupidity. But it looks cool. The runes are cool.
Not when you're killing little girls, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really sick. Guys, I have some breaking news we have to talk about right now.
Oh.
Larry, DUI guy, just tweeted this out, and so it begins. Let me show you this. The people have spoken, and those in power are listening. Your complaints against Judge Craig Constantine DeThomasis are being noticed by the executive director of the state of Florida's Judicial Qualifications Commission.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
I've gotten that letter.
It looks like someone has complained, and they sent her on March 6th a response letter that says, "Dear Ms. Moody, the commission has received your complaint. The investigative panel of the commission meets approximately every 6 weeks. The panel will evaluate your complaint to determine whether your concerns fall within the commission's jurisdiction, and if so, whether they merit further review. Thank you for bringing this matter to the commission's attention." Signed by Blan L. Teagle. Now, this doesn't, I have to say, I've seen a lot of these before, and this does seem like a blow-off letter to me. The Judicial Commission very rarely does anything to judges, very rarely. Oh, Debbie says she got that letter too. So Debbie in the chat,
Yeah.
you got the same one. Yeah, it'll be like a form letter that
Yeah,
goes out.
somebody emailed it to me the other night. So yeah, it's
I mean-
just hey, we got your inquiry.
Hey, we got your mail.
complaint, and
Yeah.
we're looking at it.
Right.
Blah, blah.
And I will say that it's very rare that they will do anything about any of this. It's good though that they're getting the complaints and that they have to look at this. I mean, who knows? maybe they will. But I mean, this guy certainly has been very biased on this behind the on the bench. He has shown that he has a very bad temperament as a judge. This is not what we call judicial temperament. He's no Judge Carroll. He doesn't take 5 minutes to go collect himself before he blows a gasket. I really admire that about Judge Carroll, to tell you the truth. Like, as much as we wanted him to go off on J Hatch and their terrible lawyers, it's good that he didn't, because he doesn't want to be seen as being biased. He doesn't want to be seen as attacking one party. And so he would go and take 5 minutes and collect himself instead of, leaping over the bench and strangling Howard Hunter, and that's what you call judicial temperament. I could never be a judge. I could never be a judge. I would be like, the fuck are you talking about? Get out of my courtroom. Just get out of my courtroom. Bailiff, bring the cuffs. Handcuff this man to the chair. I wouldn't be a good judge. I would be I'd be a fun judge to watch, but I don't have the temperament for it. But either does this guy.
Is that a lawful order?
That's a lawful law. Is that lawful law?
Yeah. And I saw in the chat flooding them with complaints. No, flooding with complaints will make people go, okay, something's going on, and toss it. So lawyers, other judges in that jurisdiction, that would make a difference, in my opinion.
Okay, the chat is reporting that I have an echo. Is there an echo? Is it when I change the window? If you guys are hearing an echo, let me know, but do not lie. Okay, Rogue Mama, thank you. She says no, there's no echo. All right, let's keep going here.
I agree. So, counsel, what you're telling me, Shockey, you're saying that she represents that she expects to have to be in Tennessee on the 10th.
As of a minute ago. I need it later in the month. That's one day before the due date.
So,
and the dots are going right now, so she's saying some additional stuff.
I know, but and I know you're representing what she's representing to you, but
would you like to call? We can call her.
He doesn't believe. He doesn't believe. He doesn't believe that the expert that he is going into labor. Is he kidding? He needs evidence for everything except for Lynette's lies. He needs evidence of everybody's schedule and everybody's circumstance except for hers. He's never asked her one time.
Please tell her to bring in the placenta.
Oh, he asked her to bring a gas receipt for her mother dying, or supposedly about to die,
then
and he hasn't required her to produce it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He told her to get one, and then he never asked for it again. I mean, my God, this man, it drives me crazy.
It gets here. I mean, we can't make decisions based on the prospect that the 10th may be
the baby.
For lack of a better term, the biological time clock, coming to fruition and her need to be there. I don't want to deny her that opportunity by any means.
Well, obviously.
How good of you not to want to deny an expecting mother the opportunity to give birth.
Well, it's her daughter. She's going to be a grandmother.
I was about to say.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
but
so
still.
her daughter. Don't want. It's so good of you not to deny the expert witness her opportunity to become a grandmother. This man thinks he's God. He thinks he has the power to actually tell someone you can't witness the birth of your grandchild.
So gross.
What is wrong with him?
I guess it's a scientific hypothesis. I don't know what she knows about the 10th. I'm calling it a due date, but nonetheless, it's otherwise impacting our ability to proceed. And I do agree to some extent that kind of a witness is best handled by both counsel in person.
Or if they intend to call this witness, I am going to, I'm not arguing with the court, but in light of this new information, I am going to renew my request that the court consider placing this on March 1st. I would also ask, I would want to depose an expert witness, obviously. We don't have time for requests to produce and things of that nature, so I'd be asking the court, moving lieutenants this morning, to require that any written work product that they intend to rely upon be turned over to my office no more than 48 hours before, or no less than 48 hours before any deposition in the case. Obviously, we'd have to get with Mr. Shotgun's office to schedule that and take into consideration the expert's calendar as well. But again, I keep coming back to, and I wasn't here for this, but the court's mentioned it several times, the whole 15 minutes to present their case. I don't know how you include an expert in that. But with that
Oh,
said,
for
if they are
God's
announcing
sake.
their intent to call an expert witness, there's no pretrial order in this case. There's no witness disclosure. I do intend to depose her, and I do wish to have her information beforehand.
She's available March 1st.
He showed me a text, which just confirmed that. However, just so we're clear, if the court does continue to March 1st, our request to keep the temporary in effect will remain the same. I understand that the additional length of time may factor into the court's analysis, but I wanted to be clear on the record that my client would be asking that the temporary remain in effect. And I think for all the reasons the court has recited, which I think essentially comes down to unclean hands on the part of Mr. Hales and counsel, Mr. Hales, as to how to handle this process. I think that extension of the temporary is appropriate, whether it's February 9th or March 1st.
So, Mr. Shaka, you need a chance or a moment to discuss with Mr. Hales that if what you're asking for in effect is continuance to March 1, given the expected unavailability of what you feel to be an essential witness for his case, the court would consider doing so, but it would be subject to the third extended temporary injunction containing language.
Look how easy it was to get.
Instead of through February 9, it would be through March 1.
To get a continuance. Look how easy it was. Look how easy it can be. If you don't argue feathers, 15 minutes every damn time, for 2 hours each time they're in there.
Yeah. It took him an hour and 10 minutes to get to the point of the hearing today, which was the continuance.
Yeah.
An hour and 10 minutes just to set another hearing.
What he needed was something from the Hales lawyer, something from the Lynette lawyer, consider it, and then, okay, let's meet up. This is my decision, which he apparently can authenticate via email or something.
I don't know what his problem is, but I've had enough of him.
He has
had enough.
He has an academic Dunning-Kruger syndrome. He believes he is so much smarter than he actually is.
Than he is.
No?
Yeah.
He is a legend in his own mind.
Yeah.
You know, when people accuse me of that, I always say to them, like, but I don't think I'm that smart. So I don't think that applies to me. I don't think it applies because I have opinions on things, but I mean, I'm not claiming to be the smartest person in the room. I think that's always a dangerous thing anyway, to, think of yourself as the smartest person that ever walked to the earth. Like, that's definitely not who I am. And I'm willing to accept some correction, like if I'm wrong, I want to be corrected. And I actually want to know, I don't think he's ever wanted to know if he's made a mistake. I don't think he would accept it.
No.
I have this feeling about him that he just won't accept it.
I mean,
He's never been wrong.
If he read the actual transcript, then he would know he made false statements to his own court.
Oh, he's read the transcripts. He reads them by the minute mark, 47 and 14 seconds and 32 milliseconds at this point. In the
Except
transcript,
that 20 seconds when he said the date and then adjourned, and then after claims, you agreed. No.
This man is so frustrating. I can't stand it.
Yes.
I just need to drive on my road so I don't die.
Did you hear that? Jeremy goes, I just need to drive on my road so I don't die. And I'm not laughing at him. It's just
exactly.
This
is
is
the whole
so
thing.
absurd. It's so absurd that he's like, I just need to drive on my own road.
Yeah.
Please just let me drive on my road so I don't die.
Yeah. But
that's
the
where
order's
we're
narrowly
at.
tailored,
It's narrowly tailored.
The most common sense thing to do would have been to mirror the Ohio order. But this judge cannot fathom that another court may have had jurisdiction over these issues at some point.
Right.
And entered an order that he's bound by under full faith and credit.
And he doesn't care that they ordered that they
No.
put that order out. He doesn't care. He is, and I love that he made a big deal out of it in one of the previous hearings about how if you have taken any of this to mean that I agree with your assumption that the Ohio court was wrong, then you are wrong. Oh, really? Because we watched you in that hearing basically just ignore what the Ohio court did. If you cared what the Ohio court did, you'd be like, ma'am, you're going to have to give me much more evidence because right now the courts have decided that you are the harasser in this case. Period.
Yeah. Federal statute. The judge has to oblige to it, but he refuses because this is his courtroom and he decides what orders are. Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't want to be held to any other judge's ruling.
Your Honor, okay, yes, we don't object to the March 1st. But again, I know we've revisited this. Mr. Hales is obeying by the injunction to the T, including this issue about the public road. And he's said again, there was an accident last week on that road. It's a busy highway. He just wants to be able to drive on the road to get into his property, making it within 100 feet when it's their residence instead of 500.
That request, based on matters previously argued before the court on 2 occasions, is denied.
Your Honor, I would ask the
Enforce
court,
it, please.
in light of the new date being March 1st, I would ask the court to permit both sides some additional time on the discovery. Instead of next Friday the 2nd, I'd ask the court to allow us until Friday the 16th, which would be 2 weeks before the hearing date to complete the depositions.
That's fine, Judge.
Okay, without opposition, all other matters, as I said, instead of the 2/2 cutoff date, it'd be February 16.
Would the court entertain my tennis motion to direct Mr. Hales through counsel to provide to me and my office all written materials or other work product that this expert has relied upon or would rely upon at the hearing no less than 48 hours prior to her deposition, whenever we are able to schedule that?
If she's got a written report, yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but sure.
Well,
we're not going to ambush anybody. If we get a report, we'll provide it.
Not just a written report, but any materials that she relied upon.
I'll get you that.
Informing any opinion that she intends to testify or may testify to.
Is he asking for the work product?
Without opposition, the court.
I think so.
But the expert witness, what the expert witness relies upon, yeah.
Oh, is that work product?
A summary of documents that they would then discover on. That wouldn't be considered work product.
Yeah, it's not talking about what the attorney has done.
Okay.
This is what the expert has relied upon.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, thank you for
That
explaining that.
That makes more sense.
Prior to 48 hours prior to the deposition of the person proffered as a potential expert witness, all materials relied upon to formulate her opinion and/or any reports generated from those materials will be provided to counsel for the petitioner at least 48 hours prior to the deposition. With regards to the scheduling of her deposition, as well as any and all other discovery, I want to put a cutoff date. We're now at February 16 for the Cook and Hale's deposition.
And we could do her deposition by Zoom, I presume. Right, Mr.
Well, where is she located?
Tennessee, somewhere.
So I know you said she's going to be in Tennessee for the birth of the child or grandchild, but does she live in Tennessee?
She lives in Tennessee.
Well, yes, given the rules of procedure and the controlling law, I would have to consent to a Zoom demo there. Not for the hearing, but for the demo.
Right.
I would be inclined to provide you all an opportunity to do so by February 21.
I think Lynette's handwriting is very close to Comic Sans.
It's as infuriating as Comic Sans.
Yeah. So what was
I would have figured wingdings, but
2/16.
No, the one that we couldn't make it was the 9th.
The February 9th date is now going to be changed
Right.
to March 1. Clerk, the extended injunction will go through March 1.
We have a
So her
Swedish
conflict was the
artist who
9th,
does
so yeah.
these potato prints, but she uses her downstairs. Is it something like that?
that's How many gummies did she have when she had that idea?
I don't know, but whatever she had.
had all
The whole bag.
Both parties, really, we can make it reciprocal, but really direct them, that if any deposition is video recorded, whether properly or improperly, well, it shouldn't be done improperly, but if any deposition is video recorded, that it absolutely not be disseminated in any way, shape, or form until we come back on March 1st, and this court is able to rule on that.
Yes.
That includes going on YouTube.
They've already agreed to that.
Transcript being posted on YouTube.
Yes, absolutely.
Without opposition, court would also direct that neither party, if any depots are taken in conformity with the videotaping of deposition rule, that neither party disseminate or publish in any form whatsoever those depositions until we reconvene
He already said that and agreed.
through March 1 at 9 a.m., which the temporaries.
My gosh, this
One
whole thing
final
could have been an
point, if I could,
email.
I know you're not allowing further deposition to occur. And if that's the court so pleases, that's fine. But we should still be allowed to use it. Is that correct? What we have so far, the transcript in court to impeach and look for
If
whether.
it otherwise meets the criteria for, prior inconsistent statement or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, and subject to whatever evidentiary objections. I'm not denying anyone the opportunity to present it. I'm not denying anyone the opportunity to make appropriate evidentiary objections at the time.
Thank you, Judge.
I know that the terms of the temporary injunction will be contained in the document the clerk is preparing. In an abundance of caution, would the court permit me at the conclusion of this hearing simply to remain, and I'd like to draft immediately a proposed order for Mr. Shockett's review and the court's review on the discovery procedures we've just outlined, so that everybody's obligations are clear on the record.
I have time.
Well,
Sure.
So let me ask you how you're going to type it up and forward it to me, and we could
Stay right here or go to the conference room, whatever the bailiff pleases, and send it to Mr. Shockett. As soon as I'm done, it should take me about 20 minutes. I'm not saying the court has to sign it immediately. I just want to get it
consensus
on
on
paper.
the language.
Yeah, well, it's fresh in my mind.
Well, you can email.
Right, I can email it to Mr.
I might have
Shockett.
to go back to the office.
But I want to know if the court will sign an order, an agreed upon order that has all those procedures.
I'm here. I'll execute that without delay.
And then lastly, Your Honor, I know there has been a lot of discussion on both sides about violations or potential violations of this injunction and an Ohio injunction. I believe there's been allegations of things that have occurred at the courthouse. I am requesting, Mr. Bailiff, that either you or one of your colleagues walk my client out to her vehicle and watch her leave the parking lot. I don't want there to be any discussion about potential contact between these parties, and I don't want to walk her out myself because I don't want to make myself a witness in my own case.
We'll accommodate that. Okay. We'll accommodate that. Need a second.
All right. All right. I have breaking news. I have breaking news that has to be shared right
Finally.
this very
Oh.
second.
Oh, thank goodness.
Tug is in the hat rack.
God damn it.
Hey!
Oh, I was thinking that maybe he got fired, but that's also
Tug
important.
has been placed in the hat rack. I'm sorry, but this might be one of my finest works of art that has ever been
Yes.
done. I'm sorry,
You
but
need-
this. Oh, God, I
You
love
need to get one
Legos.
of those vinyl housing things and lighting LED kits so you can mount or encase it and put it up somewhere.
I know, right? Wouldn't it would be with some backlights? I mean, look, the
Yes.
face. I mean, come on, the face. Oh,
Hmm.
that was such a good idea. Whoever said that to the face. It just took me so long to find those little red and white triangles. Oh, I knew exactly what I was looking for, but it was taking forever. I can't wait to show it to Tug. I have to take a picture and send it to him. He's gonna die laughing. Whew. So funny.
Yeah.
So freaking funny.
I almost finished my first gin and tonic. Should I have another one?
Oh, yes. Oh, we need to
The
get to some
answer
of
is
the
always yes.
The super chats are
Okay,
backing up on
yes.
me. So pour a drink. Rose Chapman, thanks for the super chat. Says, or they can go to What the Hale's Cam. I don't remember what that was about, but thank you. Tracy Fagan, thanks for the super chat, says, is there a promo code for PJM? Well, it used to be Fox, but people are telling me that that's invalid. So I'm going to have to talk to my editor about why I don't have a promo code over there anymore. Perhaps there's something I don't know. Have I been fired and I don't know it yet? I will find out. But there's always a promo code. If you go on PJ Media and go to the bottom of any of my articles, the editor's code will be at the bottom in whatever the current code is for a discount. So just go look there. Go look on PJ Media. You'll find promo codes for VIP everywhere. But again, there is a free side. You don't have to pay for PJ Media. Only pay for it if you want to support the site. Duncan, Idaho, thanks for the super chat. It's crazy how many people are like this judge who seek out power over other people just to satisfy their own vanity. He is addicted to enjoying a captive audience from an elevated position. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is so right on.
From what I understand, when he ran for this position, he lost against his former student. Then another judge retired, so he was appointed. And then he ran unopposed.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So he shouldn't be there. He shouldn't. So please, and any former student of this jackass judge, please take one for the team. Take a pay cut.
Yeah.
Become a judge, please.
Somebody, please run for judge. Locals is bringing the heat with the memes. It says, talking over the rules day by day, breaking them by night. I love the sound of my own voice. It is so melodic. Judge da dumbass. Bad judge. This is funny. You guys are so funny. You're so funny. I'm checking the locals chat. It is time for locals memes. Nick likes the soup. Made a meme out of me trying to unzip files. Oh my God. You're funny. And when you unzip it, it creates a new folder right here. He's showing me with arrows. Oh my God. You guys are funny. I love it when they make fun of me. When locals makes fun of me, it's always the best memes. Like seriously, always the best. I love it when people are making fun of me. I think it's funny. Unlike other people who call it cyberbullying, I just find it funny. Hey, Megan, somebody just posted your PJ Media link on Judge to Dumbass on the Robing Room website. Oh, fantastic. Oh, look. Oh, look. Locals has also made a tug meme in the hat rack. I guess I've been put in the rack. Oh, my God. Oh, no. And then they're probably going to start memeing this, too, because they've already started screenshotting it. So that means there's going to be a meme.
Oh, awesome.
Memes are coming. Oh, it's funny. All right, let's see. Now, thank you, Nick. Nick says, I wasn't memeing you. I was just showing you where it goes since you were struggling. But it could be a meme. It could be a meme, though. Teddy O'Hearn, thanks for the super chat, says, need to see Tobias front and center on your wall. I know. If anybody ever deserved to be on that wall, it's him. My recusal and resignation wall needs it. Captain Kieran says, Megan woke up and shows violence today. Love it. Duncan, Idaho, thanks for the super chat, says, so the judge mischaracterized Hale's situation, but he's the big guy in the chair, so it's impossible for him to back down or let go of it. He'll never admit that he was wrong. Duncan, Idaho, thanks to the super chat, says, I think the judge is imagining everyone being very impressed with his to the second timestamps. I hate that there are people like this guy. I know, me too. Me too. It's hard to watch. David E. Jones, thanks to the super chat, says it's about racking up a huge bill for Jeremy while hoping to find the golden nugget to create case law for cyber stalking. Agreed. Jennifer Whitaker, thanks for the super chat. Is the fact that Silverman stopped depots without being her attorney a big deal? This is a good question for the lawyers on the panel. I feel like it should be a big deal.
It should be, but the judge isn't going to do a damn thing about it.
No, because they're friends, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially stopping the one for John Cook, who he doesn't represent.
Yeah, that's really a strange thing. Look at this. Judge Grudge. It's funny.
Looks like a Goosebumps.
It does. It does. It looks like a Goosebumps book.
Or a Choose Your Own Adventure where you always die.
Where you Colleen T, thanks for the super chat, says, I noticed Lynette can keep her mouth shut. Yeah, she's under orders by her attorney to be absolutely quiet. Tracy Fagan, thanks for the super chat. MG Law, it's toothbrush time.
Yep.
Here for the truth, thanks for the super chat. Hi, everyone. Megan, did you get my email? When did you send it? Did you send it today? Was this email today? And what was, you're going to have to be more specific about that. Give me a topic or a subject heading line next time, because I have literally thousands of emails. So I'm going to have to, I can't tell you, but I'm sure I got it. I just don't know what it is. So next time, subject line, tell me what the subject line says. Duncan, Idaho, thanks for the super chat. You can't say mean things about people on the internet if it might cause them emotional distress.
Emotional damage.
That's cyber stalking. Yeah, that's how he wants to write the new laws, but that is not what the new law says in Florida. Ginger Grivos, thanks for the super chat. The totality of the circumstances again. This man needs a mug on his desk on the bench that says the totality of the circumstances. Duncan Idaho, thanks for another super chat. Hey kids, you want to do me a favor and get off the shed? Get off the damn shed. King Bob, thanks for the super chat, says loving the stream today as I do all of your streams. Sent you an email with a pic. Hope you like it. Well, at least you told me there was something attached to it. I can look for attachments with a picture. King Bob, where are you? All right, I'm not seeing it. Maybe I need to refresh. I'll try refreshing. Not seeing it, but I will go back and look later. All right. Sarah Adams, thanks for the super chat. Chat wants to know if you took your meds. Yes, I did. I guess that doesn't speak well for the meds, does it? Lolly, thanks for the super chat. Says hat rack, poll, Lacey's dance rod, hashtag love you, Megan. Lil Pill, thanks for the super chat, says love it when there's a surprise Mo on a stream. I love surprise Mo. Surprise Mo is the best Mo. Nathan C, thanks for the super chat, says his side gig is tanning salon manager. Oh Lord. SGB Guitars, thanks for the super chat. Hit the full screen button on the court screen. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, I had forgotten to do that. Debbie Florio, thanks for the super chat. I like the word buffoon for him. Yeah, that's a good word. Weldon Borgardis the third says, Meg, your shows are amazing and always hilarious. Home doc today and able to catch a live. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you're here live. We're happy to have you. Tom H says, replace him with one of Lynette's turtles would know more than him. Wouldn't that be funny? A turtle in a black robe, a tortoise. He's about as slow as a tortoise when it comes to making his decisions. I'll tell you that. Sarah Adams, thanks for the super chat. Shout out to Mo, honoring my imagination. XX kisses. And for my guys, thanks for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Appreciate that. Nay Faxon. I like saying that. Nay Faxon. Isn't there a song? The whip.
Yeah, it's
you Nay. OMG.
Oh my gosh, it's insufferable. My mom, it just encourages women to dance at weddings that shouldn't.
I love line dancing. Don't you dare speak one word about line dancing. Line dancing is fun.
When my mother tries to do the whip and the nay, it's not good. We come from a generation of women that look like Elaine. It's not good.
My favorite one is the wobble. Do you know the wobble?
No.
The what? Straight course.
The wobble. I can't play it. We'll get a copyright. But the wobble.
No, you can
look
just
it
demonstrate
up.
it.
I'm not doing it. Look it up. The wobble is the most fun, and it's like a 3 or 4 minute song. So you'll work up a sweat doing it. Do the wobble. The wobble is good for you, and it'll keep you from getting fat. Okay. Nene Faxon says, "OMG, seems like a wine night. I'm in." I think she means the gummy night, maybe.
No,
Unhung Hero. Was that earlier?
Yeah, she was saying she's going to do a wine night and watch everyone take gummies.
Oh, perfect. Unhung Hero, thanks to the super chat, says drugs lead to Baldo use, not even once. Anything that leads to Baldo use, I disavow. Okay? Disavow. Volpe Fox, thanks for the super chat. Hour behind. Here's my grocery money, ramen money this week. No, you got the wrong message. I said, no, don't send me your grocery money.
Ramen money.
No ramen money. I'm telling you, don't send me your grocery money. That makes me feel Guilty as hell. Puzzled Puzzler, thanks to the super chat, says, "Hi Megan. Years ago, the Laugh-In variety shows had short skits with Sammy Davis Jr. was a judge. Here come the judge.
Here come
Maybe
the judge.
some of those clips could be very funny regarding to biases. I seem to remember this. Here comes the judge. Was it like that? Like I seem to remember this way back in my memory somewhere. I'm gonna have to look that up on YouTube. Kitty Cat Lover, thanks for the super chat, says, "I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I've never voted for Judge Gull. She has been like this a long time." Well, do you always vote against her, though? That's the better question. Welsh Lady Reads, thanks for the super chat, says, "Hey, Megan, seems as DIY guy sniped you. The expert got you copyright struck. Now you're demonetized and given I'm a Locals member. I heard you tell Tug you like to boost small channels. A girl's got a grift shout out. Yeah. What's your what?
Yes.
Yeah, Welsh Lady Reads. Go to and she has been reading, I think, news articles, and she has this awesome accent. She's got a Welsh accent, and it's so like melodic and musical. You'll love it. Get over.
I am there.
Get over to Welsh Lady Reads and subscribe. Am I subscribed? I'm gonna go subscribe right now. Everybody take a moment. Everyone take a moment and go to Welsh Lady Reads.
I can do that because I can type things.
That's
That's about the only thing I can do on a computer.
Yeah, she's so cute. And she does these I'm subscribing right now. I'm now subscribed. Okay. So she reads books, she reads special requests, she reads things like if you wanted her to read something to you, you can send her a request and she'll read it at bedtime so you can fall asleep to her lovely melodic Welsh accent. It's fantastic. What a great idea. I do that sometimes. I read articles because I always wish there was someone to read them to me when I'm driving and I can't be looking at my phone and reading things. I wish that Brad just ducked out. Bye, Brad. Or maybe he'll come back. I wish that I sometimes, he's got a meeting. He says he'll be back soon.
Yeah.
Dave dropped a video 2 hours ago. Is that what we were waiting for? If it is, I'm going to kill him because he was supposed to send me the thing as soon as he got it. No, I think he
might have. You missed it.
No, he did not. He would have texted me, and I haven't gotten anything from him. Let's see. No, 2 hours ago, he's just talking about the fact that there is tea coming. We still don't have it. Yeah, he just texted me just now. Still no info. He must be listening. He must be listening. Dave, you rotten bastard. If you did, I'm going to kill you. I go to pick up my phone and there's I'm still no info.
You know who this judge reminds me of is Turd Ferguson when Norm Macdonald is Burt Reynolds playing Turd Ferguson because he just thinks he's right and he's just you can't tell him he's wrong and he thinks he's funny and hilarious.
It is funny. Yeah, it's funny.
Mm-hmm. Dave was not listening. That was a total coincidence that exactly at 2:00 he sent me that text. And then you texted. That's so funny. Oh my God. How far are we into this? We're 2:12. I'm going to tell him to go 2 hours in, like 2:10.
Maybe 2:08.
Yeah, 2:08.
Yeah.
Go to 2:08 on my live stream. It's like, he better not have. Damn it, Dave, in your short shorts. No, we will be sharing. We've made an agreement. We're going to share information. If I get it first, it's going to him. If he gets it first, it's coming to me too. So we'll have it at the same time, hopefully. We're trying to get the word out there as fast as we can. All right, Ronald Miller, thanks for joining the YouTube channel. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird in here. I hope you're prepared. That's all I have to say.
Yes.
Ronald Miller, thanks for the super chat. Can you get another video of his courtroom to see if he does this to others? Seems like he is just running the clock to run Jeremy's costs through the roof. Yeah. I want that. I think that's a great idea I had today, and I'm going to follow up on that for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is welcome to the Fox Den, Teresa Finn. she gifted a membership. Thank you for the gift, and congratulations to whoever got that membership. That was generous. Jolene Dulaney, thanks for the super chat, said, "Isn't the Ohio judge a woman?" You mean the Ohio judge in the Hale case?
Yes.
I'm actually not sure. You know this?
It is.
Okay. Bad Duck, thanks for the super chat. Is it weird that I'm a man and still wish I had Megan's hair? Glorious mane. No, it's not weird at all, because this hair would look fantastic on a man.
Just wish I
don't you
had
think?
any hair.
Yes.
So
I don't
I
think
wish
it's
my
weird
hair
at
would be
all.
doing what I want.
Sarah Adams says, "Nice rack of umbrellas." Hashtag fat neck. Thanks, Sarah.
We didn't do our
Sarah-
squats today.
We did not do our squats today. I know. D in Florida, thanks for the super chat. Says, "Megan, have you gotten a response to your letter to the district and DeSantis?" No. And for those of you, Larry read my letter and my press inquiry. My press inquiries, by the way, are legendary. And most of the time when I write a press inquiry, if it depends on the circumstance, if I know for a fact that I'm not going to get a response, I just drop a nuclear bomb just for fun, because I know I just want them to know, like, really what it is. It's just a heads up, I'm writing about you. And if you did have anything to say, now is your chance. But if I already have all the facts behind me, like I did in this case with the executive order sealing Ezel's record from the public, from the governor, and I had the bar hearing transcript thing, order, whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it. The filing from the bar hearing. I had the evidence. Those things happened. I don't need to confirm that they happened. And so dropping a bomb, I knew they weren't going to respond. The courts never respond. Judges never respond. Hardly ever do they ever respond. So my press inquiries are not, they're not meant for a response in a lot of situations. They're just meant as a, here comes a bomb. It's headed directly for your house, and I hope that you're happy when it hits. I don't know. Like, here it comes. It's just a heads up that you're going to get, you're going to get exposed in the national press. And if you had anything to say, I also do it so that the people in the office, because it goes to like the clerk, I do it so that the people in the office, it'll get passed around at the water cooler, because they're going to be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this. Did you see this?" Because for sure, someone who got it hates one of those judges or hates one of those prosecutors, and they're going to make copies of that shit, and they're going to hand it around the office, and then they're all going to be talking about it. And somebody doesn't like Ezel. Somebody thought he was a creep. And this is going to be like, it's going to spread like wildfire. So literally, I do this sometimes just to create a buzz in the institution that I'm targeting. I want them talking about it. I want them freaking out. So I make it funny, and I make it outrageous at times, which is why I added that question in there. What kind of operation are you running over there? Is this a court or a country club or whatever it is that I said? Because that's the kind of line that will get it photocopied and like handed out. They'll just be dying. People will be. Imagine the lowliest secretary in that place. Imagine the lowliest assistant in that courthouse in the 8th Circuit. Imagine how many times Judge DeThomas has been a dick to that person. Imagine how many times some of these prosecutors have treated those underlings like shit. Lots. And those are the people that I'm targeting with the press inquiry like that. I'm looking for those people who might want to contact me, who might want to say, "Hey, I've got more info for you." So it's really not for them. It's really just a heads up. I'm doing my due diligence. I'm offering you the opportunity to respond. I would absolutely love a response. I do want a response. I don't think I'm going to get one in a lot of these things. Now, DeSantis's office, on the other hand, I did not send a bombastic press inquiry to. I sent a very serious press inquiry to Ron DeSantis's office, because I have worked with them before. They have responded to me right away in the past, and I have gotten no response from his office on this one, which I am disappointed in.
So it might be time to send a bombastic one.
That's right. I may have to
you might
do a
ask me
second
about
one.
the high heels.
I may have to do
Just
the
asking
second
for
one.
a friend. Can I have them? I want to be taller. It'll even out the BMI. I'm just saying.
D in
For-
Florida, thanks for the super chat. Megan, have you gotten a response to your letter to I already read that one. Yep. Nope. I didn't. Rogue Mama, thanks for the super chat. Tug's tits now has a rack. Oh my God, that's so funny. Connie B, hey Tug, nice rack. Boob emoji, here for the truth. Subject line says, here for the truth. Nice. Glad you're here for whatever reason, even if it's hate watching, to tell you the truth.
Oh, the subject line of the email, maybe.
Oh, subject line is here for the truth. Okay, hold on.
There you go.
Hold on. Thank you for catching that, because I'm totally don't understand. Here for the truth. Was this today?
You sound like me. I have no idea what today is sometimes.
No, I'm not seeing it. Resend. Oh, wait. Let me check my spam. Why is Reddit going into spam? That shouldn't be there.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm not seeing it. So resend if you can. Resend if you can. I don't know. Sometimes Proton Mail is weird. Paul Amos, thanks for the super chat, says, what software do people use to create the memes? That is something you really need to talk to my locals peeps about in the chat. I have no idea. I'm so old and like dumb with technology. I use canva.com or I use Google Docs. Literally, I use Google Docs. Like there's no software. It's just like old fashioned cutting and pasting. Like my memes are so bad. King Bob, thanks for the super chat, said, sorry it didn't send. It's the start of my favorite YouTuber's coffee mug collection. You're number 3. Ah, cool. Well, send it again. Send it again, because I will pull it up. Welsh Lady reads, thanks for the super chat, says, sent you another to say thank you so much for your wonderful shout out. I appreciate you and thanks for subbing. It means a lot. Well, I do think that YouTube creators, especially smaller creators who are just starting out, definitely need our support. So go and subscribe again to Welsh Lady Reads. You, lady in the back, thanks for the super chat, said, is state attorney not enforcing Ohio order in Ezel? Well, the Ohio order is not related to Ezel, but I don't think the state attorney is enforcing the Ohio order on for the Hales against the turtle lady and her paramour. All right, let us go back to this damn hearing that does not end. Actually, we are almost at the end. Thank Christ. Thank sweet dumpster baby Jesus. We are almost at the end of this.
And I have to go get the small feral children. So
okay. Mom
I
duties
get
come
to
first.
leave. I get to leave and miss pontification. It's so terrible.
You do. You do. Thank you so much for coming by. At Mo in the Deep End, please go subscribe to
you.
her. You're not going to want to miss her Newsy News and Mornings with Mo and Fry. She's hilarious. Please go and see Mo in the Deep End.
Thank you guys
you,
so
Mo.
much. Have a great rest of that. And I love your rack, Megan.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I can say that.
It's an
You're talking
epic
about the
rack.
Legos, right?
Yes, I think that's, well, either one works.
It's a single entendre. Those are the entendres I like.
Yeah, I am never going to complain about someone complimenting my rack. Thank you, Mo.
Bye. Mo, I made a meme. You have it in your DM.
You made a meme?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, where did MG go? He dropped out too?
Yeah.
Where did he go? Did he mean to drop out? Did you mean to drop out, or did you?
Accidentally clicked on whatever DM just came through Twitter, and it took, because that's what I'm loading StreamYard through.
Whoops. Okay. I hate it. Do you have the guest app on your phone? You really need that instead.
No.
It's better. If the StreamYard has an app for guests, it just doesn't have an app for
really?
creators, but it does have an app for guests. So you can put the link into the app and it's way
Is
better
it on
because you can.
Android?
I don't know. Check it out. See if it is,
Okay.
because here's the thing. It also allows you to do other things on your phone while you are in,
Yeah,
and
I normally
it also
can, but
allows
I
you to
can-
chat. You can chat
Yeah.
and do all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. I have to log in, but I can do other things. But I clicked, but since it's loading through the Twitter link, it's using Twitter as the base app. And so when I went to the DM,
That's why
it
it's not.
shut me out.
That's why it's no good. That's why it's definitely no good. You need the other thing. You go do the other thing. You know, the other thing. The app is what I'm trying to say. All right.
No audio.
What? No audio?
Yeah,
They're not.
Yeah, nobody's talking. So
No one's talking, but you should hear like the background whisper. Are you hearing her? She's.
No.
Sarah says, everyone just do whatever Megan tells you to do or you're going to get it. I don't have a wooden spoon behind me for nothing. I have a wooden spoon within reach. It's right here. It's right here. I don't know why we're in silence here. We're having a moment of silence for the judge's bad behavior.
Just for the records.
I have something better than a wooden spoon.
Extended injunction, which contains the addendum.
What do you mean you can? What do you mean you can barely hear it? I haven't changed any settings. It's boosted 300%, you guys.
Yeah. Put earbuds in.
Added to it as page 5 and 7, signed January 4, 2024. The same language applies in conformity with the Budlove decision. Just so that you know, I've put it in here so that this record reflects that the above conditions will remain through March 1, 2024, dated this 23rd day of January 2024, signed by.
That's fine. And what time? 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock.
Okay.
I know I said last time, but never thought the word that says that. This is a relatively unusual procedural posture, and that this hearing has already begun, the evidentiary portion of this. I am now on the record asking, or moving to invoke the rule of sequestration as to any and all witnesses that may potentially testify in this case. I certainly have no problem with Mr. Hale's or my clients speak to their lawyers about it, or if the lawyers speak to other witnesses about it. But I believe it's completely inappropriate, given that the evidentiary portion of this proceeding has already begun, for there to be conversations about the substance of what has occurred in court and what other witnesses testified to. So I would move to invoke the rule of sequestration.
Shocking you wish to be heard. I mean, it's
No, I agree. That's been a problem in this case.
No, don't agree.
Before.
Well, no. For example, his wife, I believe it's his wife, or well, his significant other, they're on YouTube chatting for hours about what has occurred in court, what witnesses have testified to, what happened in depositions. That is not kosher, respectfully.
What?
What?
Is he objecting to
He's
people?
saying that because in that first hearing, Lynette started talking about her side of the case, that technically he's trying to claim that this is the evidentiary portion has begun, which I'm sorry, I don't really think it has, but especially since it was stopped. But so he's basically saying that they need to be, he's claiming that the evidentiary portion or trial portion has started and they need to sequester witnesses. I don't really think, because it's not like they're going to pick up where she left off. They're going to start at the beginning when they start this up again. So it's
hopefully, though, everything she said is going to still be part of the record and be able to be used.
It would, but he's not. If they go to put on their case, they're not going to start. They're going to start at the very beginning. He's not going to start where she left off. He'll start at the very beginning.
Yeah. I mean, he has to, because this so far has been continued hearings. This is not the trial part.
Oh, this is interesting. Madam Mayor's Adventures is in the chat. She says, Megan, reach out to us to get Otter Creek Town Hall info about Russ, the Sus, Don the Con, and Mary. I need to, probably, because there's a whole other can of worms that I haven't even gotten into. So Madam Mayor's Adventures, you can email me anytime to get in contact with me. Anybody can email me. My email address is public. If you are one of those whistleblowers inside the 8th Circuit who got my press inquiry and you laughed riotously and you thought it was funny and you have some information, I'll keep your name out of the record. Believe me, you can do this. You can just email me. I protect my sources. So anybody can email me, meganfox.writer@protownmail.com, and I will be happy to take any information you have on this case, on the players in this case. What do you know about Ezel? If any of you were there, in 2014 when this all went down, if you were involved in the sealing of the records and you know what was in there, it's time to talk about it. And I'll keep your name off the record so no one will know. Well, we need to know what was in there. Was there videos? Well, I know there was surveillance video from the tanning salon. Was there videos taken from his phone? Was his phone downloaded? Is that evidence under seal? Were you thinking at the time, gee, this is weird. Why are we covering up this thing that this prosecutor did that we put people in jail for every day because it's a 3rd-degree felony? If anybody out there has any information about this Ezel case in the 8th Circuit, I know you're not all corrupt. I know there's a bunch of good judges there too. And there's a bunch of good prosecutors there too. And there just seems to be like this little group of people in the Eighth Circuit that's like, I don't know, are they golfing together? They're lunching together. They're covering up each other's sex crimes. I don't know. Like, it's weird. It's weird. And it should stop. So if any of you want to talk about it, please come forward. And anybody else who wants to send me memes or silly things or, not so silly things, I'll take whatever you got. No dick pics, though. That was not an invitation. That was not an invitation for nudity or porn or anything of the sort.
The portion of this case is pending and the rule has been invoked.
So for the record, if you could just state the name of the individual we're talking about, Mr. Shaka.
Well, we saw two witnesses here on their side. We saw Russ, what's his last name? Russell, the former mayor of Otter Creek was here.
What's his name? Russ the Sus. What's his name? Jeremy goes, Russ the Sus. Guys, I just found a disturbing lump behind my left ear that is painful. That's upsetting me right now, and I want to run.
That's a zit. Yeah.
What is it?
A zit. A zit.
It might be, but then again, it hurts really bad. And then I had this vertigo thing the other day, and then I went to the you know what it probably is? I went to the massage therapist and I told her about the vertigo. And so she did all this work behind my ears and around my ears. And I bet maybe some of the stuff just got like stuck back there. And maybe it is it, but it hurts. Dang, I've never had one behind my ear. Ugh, it's driving me nuts. And I just found it. It's been bothering me.
I have those once in a while because I had surgery to my ears, so they show up once in a while.
It hurts, doesn't it? Like, it's very
it hurts like a motherfucker, but
it's like a motherfucker. Exactly.
I am 1.5 pint of gin and tonic in. I have words.
Oh, please tell me the words. I like your words. Your words are, show us the zit. I'm not doing that. First of all, I don't even think I could get it in. It's literally behind
he's
my
right.
ear.
He's right there.
Although
he's right there on the bench. He's in the black room.
He's right there. Yeah. Although I could use some help diagnosing it. It is not ear herpes. Stop that. Oh my God.
Oh. You got the HIV.
Oh my God. It's not maybe I got the ear herpes from listening to Lynette.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that possible? Is it contagious through the ears?
She did show her ear in her depot, so maybe that's how we got it.
Oh my God.
Oh.
We're all.
I can't hear you. I got it from the depot video. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so upset. My ear is never going to be the same.
That was one. I think there was another witness she had.
It would apply equally.
It would apply equally.
It applies equally.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then
so I just want the
Martha.
record to reflect so that the parties know it's a little bit unusual because the court would have invoked it at the outset. Mr. Silverman was not present at that time. It was not raised by Mr. Feather or Ms. Preston acting on her own behalf, so the court would invoke the rule of sequestration.
I think Jeremy's new lawyer knows that he can only get things through this judge by slightly modifying what Silverman says.
Yes.
And
basically has to agree to whatever Silverman wants and then
modify it slightly to his own advantage. Yeah.
I'm sending this to Tug right now. He just he just texted me. So I'm sending him the hat rack. I had to take a picture and the light was in the way. It was not working well with it. Oh God, this hat rack is funny. All right. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to anything you all were saying. Did you say anything important?
No.
Okay. Call Dr. Pimple Popper stat. Ew. Ew. I don't even think I could. Oh, Gadfly. I should have sent you a link today. Just a small town girl living in a lonely shack. I made a turtle home, but then they all died. Oh, I told you, Gadfly. I told you were going to get inspired by this. I told you. Here, I'm sending you a link right now. Go to Twitter. If you can get in here, if you want to stream with us, you are welcome to get in here. I don't know how much longer I'm going. Might not be too long, but whatever. You're welcome. I got to remember to put you on the list to send the link to, because you told me you're available for streaming, and I've forgotten to do it. And you are awesome, and I love you. So get in here. Those of you who don't know Gadfly, he is an incredible meme song creator, and if he gets inspired by this case and he blesses us with a Turtle Purgatory tune, it will be epic. We will
Be
know
in the documentary.
It will be in the
The
documentary,
intro
and it will get a million.
theme
It will
song.
get a million views. It will get a million views. God, I love it. Ellie, I do not ignore the chat. It's just flying so fast that even though I slowed it down, I miss half the stuff that's in there. I miss it. But yeah, I gotta put it on my checklist now. Send Gadfly invite. I've gotten so used to you not being able to stream that I do not hate the chat. Chat, I love you. I love you. Stop sowing discord, Gadfly. Stop it. I do. I love. Well, okay. The Legos. I have been obsessed with the Legos, and the Legos do keep me from paying too close attention to the chat. But you have to admit that the Legos have really added something to the stream, right? Read faster, Megan. Read faster. I know. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
By the way, Megan, it seems like Drunk Me sent me gifts in shape of a. I believe I ordered a bonnet. What I'm worried about is the size of the package.
Oh my God. Open it up right now. I need to see this. Is this the bonnet unveiling? Oh my God. Okay, for those of you who don't know, I told Nicholas in order to take care of his hair, his glorious hair properly, he needs a satin bonnet to wear at night.
Yes.
And we had like a whole thing. We raised some money for it, and he finally got it. Oh my God. I cannot wait for this.
I don't see a bonnet. I see other stuff.
What? There's no bonnet? Welcome to the stream, Gadfly. We're opening up a silk bonnet. What? There's no bonnet in it?
No, I don't see a bonnet. I see. Okay.
Other drunk purchases?
Yes.
A new shirt of sorts.
What the hell is
good
that?
Swedish internet there.
Do you have 4th of July in Sweden? I don't understand what this is for.
Yeah, it's right after the 4th of July all over the world.
We have June 6th is our
June 6th.
We don't have an Independence Day because we used to own all the countries around us. So they have lots of Independence Days.
What else? What else did you get when you were drunk ordering off of Amazon? This is a fantastic.
I got the trench coat.
Oh no! Now you're not allowed to wear that in any parks. No public parks with the trench coat. That's it? No bonnet?
No
Wait,
bonnet.
Did you order the bonnet, or are you just messing with me?
No, hold on. I'll see if I can find it.
I feel like maybe you didn't order it. I feel like maybe that was just a tease. That was a tease. Nick does have great hair. I mean, look at that hair.
Yeah.
It's glorious. It's glorious hair. And he's super tall and Swedish. I mean, it just doesn't get better.
What's
than
not to love?
What's not to love?
I mean, since you weren't reading chat earlier.
I know. I'm sorry. It's not that I wasn't reading it. It's that I have too many things to concentrate on.
Well, I said you resembled a small child playing in the living room with Lego bricks while their parents are watching the news. And every once in a while you look and you're like, what's going on?
It's true. It's true. I'm sorry, chat.
Oh, wait, here it is.
You
fell
found
out
it?
of the package.
All right.
I found it.
Oh, this is great. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, it's a 2-pack.
Oh, you got two for the price of one.
Ooh, 2-pack Shakur.
Tupac?
Yeah.
What?
It's a Tupac bonnet.
What the This is an oatmeal bag. I mean,
What?
look.
No, that's it. That's what you do. You put your hair in it. You put your hair in there. and then you sleep on it and you wake up without any gnats. And
I got a gold-colored one.
Nice. It's a hair sack.
I'm going to put it on.
Oh, this is so great.
Megan, please never say hair sack again.
Yes,
thanks.
Phrasing.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
That's what she said. Nobody cares. Quiet.
I'll just sit here and push buttons until he's done. I have some good ones. Let's see.
I don't know if this is how it is supposed to look like.
Yes. Let's see. Turn around. That is exactly what it's supposed to look like. That is your new sleep bonnet. And you go to sleep with that. And when you wake up in the morning, you'll have luxurious hair that will not be knotted or matted in any way. That's correct. That is exactly what it's supposed to look like. Now you look even more like Santa Claus if Santa Claus had a pimped out golden hat. My God, I love it. Look at it. It's the long version. See, you sleep in that,
That's
and then
wonderful.
it protects your hair. And it won't get knotted, and it's supposed to keep the moisture in, and so your hair stays healthier. I think you look fantastic. The chat thinks so too. Oh, look, King Bob says you look like an Egyptian god. That's quite a compliment.
That's pretty
good. Look like an Egyptian.
Give me one of those.
Now you're going to have to sleep on it and tell me if there was any difference in waking up. Like, did you have to do less work on your hair in the morning, or, how did it work out? That's what we want to know.
One more of these gin and tonics and I might be asleep.
Okay, here we go. We're almost done with this insufferable case. We're almost finished with number 4.
Witnesses, while outside the presence of the other witnesses, not discuss amongst themselves their testimony or expected testimony, or if they're called before the other witnesses, what they did testify to or what they were questioned about. That any violation of the rule brought to the court's attention will result in an inquiry, potential exclusion of their testimony. And so, Mr. Shaka, what you mentioned just a moment ago as to maybe the mayor or former mayor, I may have been mistaken. I thought Mr. Feather represented him as a potential witness.
Dumbledore.
That was the current mayor.
Okay.
And then there was the 4. So
I knew he looked familiar. It is Dumbledore. Dumbledore wears that exact same thing. That's right. Who knew it was a hair sack? I'm sorry. Wait, I wasn't supposed to say that again. Hair bonnet, a bonnet, a hair bonnet, a hair bonnet. Oh Lord. Oh, funny. That's funny, you guys. That's good.
Yeah, the current mayor and former mayor.
Here's the dicey part, because normally I would have identified those witnesses if I had stepped forward. So the current mayor of the town council of Otter Creek, the former mayor.
That was on our potentially may show up. We'll invoke the rule.
Okay.
On her side was a former mayor and an unidentified person.
Okay. So, Mr. Silverman, you're charged with discussing with your client any potential witnesses that she not discuss with them testimony or expected testimony. Mr. Hale's likewise the same. Any witnesses that you intend to call. When each witness is going to be called, when we reconvene on March 1, we'll have brief inquiry before they're called. The court will inquire. Can you discuss this matter with any of the other
Brief inquiry. I'll believe it when I see it.
A brief 3-hour inquiry.
To what extent and when, and the court at that time will consider potential sanctions for exclusion of them as witnesses. So we're effectively, midway in the trial, and we're going to reconvene on March 1, which is another, in the balance of all things considered, concern of the court by going that far out.
One last housekeeping thing, Judge. The Supreme Court issued, there's a new rule 1.041, which is not effective until April 1st. So we still have family law 12.040E on limited appearances. Now that we have this, I've asked Mr. Silverman to make a full appearance rather than that limited appearance. The rule also required 12.040E. Every
good
filing,
one.
every pleading with the court, in his
Because he
signature
only
line
has 10 grand. If the judge approves that he is going to be the counsel for her moving on. Oh, he's going to lose money on this. If all the money there is from her is 10 grand. Oh, I hope he approves
Wait,
of
I'm
it.
confused. Go back. Say
Uh,
again. My
yeah.
brain was somewhere else.
Legos.
Legos.
Earwort. Jeremy's lawyer asked that Silverman should be there in full, as in going in.
Yep.
Instead of being there on a limited basis.
Yeah, on a dollar basis. He's trying to force Mr. Silverman to be there regardless of he's getting paid or not.
Mm.
That's
Can
a
you
good
do that?
one.
Can you do that?
Well, you can ask the judge.
The judge isn't going to make that happen, is he? I mean, I guess that remains to be seen. I don't remember this part of the hearing, and I've seen it 3, 4, 5 times. Oh, I don't know why I do this to myself. I just started a comment that I thought was funny.
Apparently,
Charlie says, Megan, stop waterboarding us with this judicial anal probe. I know. It's like, it's terrible. I know, but we can't stop watching it. I'm not sure why.
How do you waterboard with an anal probe? That's what I want to know.
That sounds like
Well, I mean, for this judge,
really...
he's got his head so far up his ass. I guess.
Yeah.
That's how you would get to his head. Perfect.
Also, why would the Supreme Court make a law that goes into effect April 1st? Come on now.
Right. No one's going to know whether to take it seriously or not.
Oh, I thought that law was a joke, you see? It was on April Fool's Day.
Are you, Gadfly, have you come up with any inspiration for making a song about this shit show yet?
Well, every time I'm thinking that I might, I get so bored that I want to die. So that I just don't.
Oh, you haven't seen the deposition yet. We're gonna have to show you that in order.
No, I only saw the clips from Jeremy's video.
Right, that's all there is. Right
okay.
now, he has 7 hours of it, but he's not allowed to release it to the public until after this whole show is over. So it's going to be a while. Right. But yeah, the clips are so good. My anxiety is over the roof.
I'm pretty sure she said it's off the hook.
Well, she said off the chain.
She says
and then she said through the roof or over the roof too at some point.
Wow.
Oh God, so good, so good.
Limited appearance for these purposes. It wasn't followed. That's okay. But I don't think we need a limited appearance at this point.
So you intend to do so now that you're past the January 26th calendar conflict?
Well, yes, I do. We will file a plenary notice of appearance today, and I would note that the motion to continue, which is the only pleading I filed in this case, does note directly below my signature block, counsel on a limited basis for the petitioner. So,
yeah, but then you came here and you argued other shit, like about the deposition, and so no, you weren't just here on a limited basis. But he's saying yes, he's going to file to enter the case. So, okay, right?
I'm not quite sure what Mr. Shock is referring to. I did not comply with the rules, but I most certainly did. I would also note that my motion to continue was signed by my client as required by the relevant rule of judicial administration, whereas some other ones I've seen in this case have not been. But I'm not so much concerned with where we've been. I'm more concerned with where we're going. And hopefully, Mr. Shock and I can work cooperatively to try to resolve as many issues in this case as we can and litigate only those issues which need to be litigated.
At the risk of going down a path that may be unnecessary, the record needs to be clear. I've got the notice of limited appearance filed January 17, 2024 at 8:38:04 a.m. It's a notice of limited appearance. It clearly states in the body of it, it's for the limited purpose of preparing, filing, and litigating the motion to continue. That's what happened today. And in the signature block.
Well, that's not all that happened.
Attorney Joshua Silverman, and under all of the identifying information, contact information, e-service info, it states limited counsel for the petitioner.
I didn't mean that. We meant the other filings. It says, the rule says that's currently in effect. Any pleading or other document filed shall state in bold type on the signature page of that pleading, attorney for petitioner for the limited purpose of blank. And then whatever that notice said, repeat it.
Okay, well, it's going to be remedied by
it's going to be remedied.
Notice of appearance.
That's all. I just wanted to get it.
Knowledge. And we'll proceed. Just give us a minute here.
One.
Okay.
1 minute?
Sir,
You
Mr.
sure?
Hales with a copy of the extension of the
15 minutes.
41.
So this entire hearing was 90% him reiterating what happened in the prior hearings. Then they had a tiny minute and a half about, okay, this is what we're here for, and then the rest is what were we going to do?
Scheduling.
Yeah, it's retarded.
It is. It is. And now the bailiff is going to walk her out.
Yeah, get used to that, Lynette, but in a different direction. Being walked out by the bailiff. Get used to it.
Oh. You know, one of my most favorite comments about this entire thing was from Steve Gosney, who has said, I've known people like this. Like, I recognize her. I recognize, you know, because Steve's a criminal defense attorney. He has been in jails all over, you know, all over Florida, talking to people who are jailed and trying to help them with their cases. And one of the things he said on one of these streams was, I've known personalities like this, and what I can't figure out is why she's not in an orange jumpsuit and why she doesn't have like a huge long criminal record. He's like, this is like a criminal personality. Like, according to the people he's dealt with, her personality is jumping off the page to him as being very similar as the criminals he deals with. And I have the same question. How has she managed to avoid? I mean, we know about that child abuse thing in Iowa where, you know, she had a child removed from her care for child abuse, but she wasn't charged criminally with it. It doesn't seem. And that seems incredible to me because there was not just emotional, but
she
physical.
might have been if she took them to Echard.
Yeah. Although they're not good at finding real abuse.
No, they wouldn't do anything.
So they might not have even noticed. A lot of people were like, can we get Sally Smith on this case? And it's like, Sally Smith won't see it. She won't see the abuse. So, you know, she'll do no good. She's only good at getting innocent parents locked up. So she's been married 7 times and she uses all the names in different variations. So this hearing is over. Nothing really happens after this. So we are done. We are finally done with hearing number 4. We're done. And we can move on Friday. I'll be on DUI Guide channel, Larry's channel on Friday. We will be watching hearing number 5 together at 9 a.m. It's going to be at 9 a.m. And Nicholas sent me this meme. This is funny. Hold on. Let me share this with you. This is hilarious. Speaking of married 7 times, maybe the 8th time is the charm that will fix both these people. Maybe Judge Grudge and Lynette, the tortoise lady, maybe they need to walk down the aisle together.
Aww.
Maybe that will solve everyone's problems. Love conquers all.
It really does. I told you the first time I saw this, I'm like, this is
I'm quite happy with
love
this
story.
Love story. I don't know. I mean, it's a positive. Stranger things have happened. Now, folks, I know I promised you that we were going to have breaking news in the Owens v. Echard case. That's what I was told.
Is she pregnant again?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
so no BJs.
No, no more. I don't think there's any. It's not that type of news, but there's supposed to be. We're waiting on some filings, I believe. So there's not much else I can do other than wait. And so far, it has not appeared. And I need to go because it's 2:40 and kids are going to be home. And I need to go about my day, get the podcast recorded and take care of my kids. So I guess we're going to have to wait for another day. I know, take care of my kids. Just terrible. Here's the thing. If this does break today, I will probably come back and read it because there's going to be a lot to go through. It's going to be explosive from what I understand, and we're going to want to go through it. That would be in the Tonsil twins fetal attraction case. And there's going to be a lot of new stuff, but whether it will actually show up on the docket today or it will be tomorrow, I don't know. Let's hope that she's not throwing a wrench in the process and demanding redactions and things. That, I guess, could be the problem, but I have not heard anything from any of my sources. And so we unfortunately have to close out today without hearing the news.
Oh. Megan, I had a question for you. Have you gone through the Diddy lawsuit thing yet?
No. What did? Wait, Diddy lawsuit? I don't even know about
Yeah,
it.
you know about the Diddy lawsuits? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I saw a clip of Candace Owens was talking about it on somebody else's channel.
What is it about?
So this producer of his is putting forward a lawsuit about that Diddy's like a full-on gang member and forces people to commit homosexual acts and hook up with minors and stuff to have stuff on. It's a whole Epstein Island type situation going on.
Really?
But it's like a 70-something page lawsuit that's been released, and you can read the whole thing.
Ooh.
And there's pictures. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Really? Oh, well, we may have to do that. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow while we're waiting for the Owens update. Sean Diddy Combs sued by male producer who alleges SA. A former employee of Sean Diddy Combs has filed a lawsuit against the producer and businessman accusing him of SH, and the G word we're not allowed to say. Rodney Lil Rod Jones. Lil Rod. You have to have a nickname if you work for Diddy.
I wouldn't call myself Little Rod.
No,
Little Rod, that's for sure.
No. I mean, Little Rod is just a little prick. I mean,
little prick. A former producer and videographer for Combs filed his civil complaint in New York federal court on Monday. Darn it, it's in federal court. That means it won't be on film. We won't be able to watch it.
That's true, but you can read the lawsuit at least.
We can read it, but we won't be able to find out what happens in court because we'll have to take it from the lying reporters that bring it to us from the New York Times.
If they actually have hearings, as I mentioned before, everything is electronic court reporting in federal court, so you might be able to get a copy of the CD.
You mean of the audio?
Of the audio.
That is so hard to carry on a YouTube channel. I've tried it. I tried it with that Utah case. And what was that? Who was that? We gave up after the first hearing because we couldn't tell who was speaking. Because when it's just audio, it's not like they identify themselves each time a new person starts speaking. And it's like, well, damn, I can't follow this. I don't know who's talking.
It's not like the Supreme Court audio where they have whatever page that is that highlights which justice is talking.
Right. You don't know who's talking. You don't know if it's the prosecutor or the defense attorney, or you just don't know unless you know their voices. And this is why I just think it's absurd. If they allow audio recordings in federal court, there is no reason why they can't allow video recordings too.
Speaking of audio recordings, Georgia Supreme Court has now decided last week that lyrics are not evidence and isn't admissible in court.
Oh, good.
Which
they shouldn't
that's going to affect some of your trial, isn't it?
Yeah, and they canceled today's court because
that's why.
Yeah,
they've had witnesses. They've already admitted some, haven't they?
Yeah.
So they're going to have to strike them all.
Yeah, but how do you do that? You
have to instruct the jury, or they're going to have a mistrial. I mean, right?
And tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Georgia time, there's going to be a motions hearing.
Yeah,
I don't know what motions will be addressed, but I assume.
Now that's really interesting.
Yeah, and you can see it all on my channel.
Oh, look at this. Reform Congress says 3 of the charges against Trump in Georgia were dismissed today. Is that true?
I heard 6. I heard 6 were dismissed today.
Yeah, it was at least 3. Yeah, I know there were at least 3. So.
How can that be? Wait, how can that happen when there's no new prosecutor yet?
She isn't disqualified, so that case goes on.
Do we believe
he decides on disqualification?
Do we believe USA Today? I guess we can. Let's see what it says.
Probably.
The Georgia judge presiding over Donald Trump's case for allegedly trying to steal the 2020 election dismissed 6 charges Wednesday from the indictment for not being specific enough against the former president and a handful of his co-defendants. Fulton County Judge Scott McAfee dismissed charges alleging the co-defendants asked public officials to violate their oaths of office by switching presidential electors from those for President Joe Biden, who won the state, to Trump. McAfee ruled that the indictment failed to provide enough detail about the underlying felonies in the requests. I knew it. That co-defendants were making in their meetings with lawmakers or to call a state official. They do not give the defendants enough information to prepare their defenses intelligently, Oh God, what a dig. As the defendants could have violated the constitutions and thus the state in dozens, if not hundreds of distinct ways, McAfee ruled. But McAfee said the problem could be easily remedied. He left in place acts described in the indictment, such as Trump's call to Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, in which he asked Raffensperger to find the votes needed to hand him victory in the state. McAfee said the acts could still be alleged as part of the conspiracy. But you know what my argument has always been about that call? To me, it sounded like he was saying the votes are there, and you need to find them. They're
it's
either
not just
lost.
that you have enough fraudulent votes that,
right?
I mean, you have enough fake. We saw them pull ballots out. I mean, there's enough
Yeah, I mean,
there.
because he didn't say
already
like make votes
how
appear
many
or anything.
thousands of votes of people who were no longer residents of the state and were not eligible to vote.
Right. Yeah, to me, I think this is all so garbage. This is such a garbage indictment in the first place. But I didn't realize they were still doing. Is he just ruling on motions maybe that were in front, like motion in limine that he's had sitting on his desk, and so that's what this is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
because we're still waiting for him to decide whether Fanny is out.
Yeah. And people are all over the tweets says this is indicative that he will probably not disqualify her. Not necessarily because he can still.
Cat sighting.
Yeah, Mr. Jingles is here.
He's gonna get you,
Mr. Jingles.
He's coming.
He's so
He's
cute.
gonna get you.
He's so cute.
Cat butt.
At least he's not licking it like mine does.
Yeah, but he can still rule to throw out Wade and Willis, but keep the district attorney's office in it.
I think that's the bad move.
I don't think he can.
I don't think he can either. The entire office is implicated. And the entire office is implicated. They just are. They all took part in this lie. They all took part in covering it up for her.
Every assistant DA's authority to participate in a case flows through her, and if she's disqualified, that entire office has to be disqualified. It'll have to go to another
but Wade
county.
is hired.
Yes.
So
but
so
if
he's
she's
technically
removed,
not. Yeah.
If she's removed, his authority is gone too, because his authority to handle the case comes through her.
Yeah. Or through the office. I mean,
through the office which she holds. And so if she's removed, the DA itself is removed, then it's going to have to go to and that DA may be, I believe a neighboring county.
Yeah.
And that DA may decide to move forward or dismiss the case.
Yeah. Yeah. But either way, whatever the result of this qualification, it will be appealed. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And they still believe they are going to get this trial done before the election. Just for reference, the Young Thug trial, 6 defendants took 11 months to get a jury.
Wow.
The Trump case with 28 defendants.
Yeah.
They are 3 months into the Young Thug trial, and the prosecution is nowhere near completing their case in chief. Yeah, I don't see. And 28 attorneys with 28 clients who they represent individually will all file their own motions.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way this is going to happen before the election.
No way. No way. Here's the thing about this case too. I mean, there's so much corruption involved now. I don't know how the people can trust anything from that prosecutor's office, and I think it would be a very bad move.
But she's a woman.
To remove her and not other the rest of her office.
She's a woman.
I don't care.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, but she's a woman. If you look amongst her supporters, she's a woman. That's about it. What they have left as an argument. We need to keep her there because she's a woman.
That's all we have. She's also really stupid, and she's being investigated now too. She's being investigated by for financial problems because she never got the approval for the money to be used to prosecute Trump. So she went and basically lied and said that the money was for post-COVID catching up on everything from COVID, and then she took the money that they gave her for catching up on COVID backlog and took it to prosecute Trump. So this woman she really thinks she's in charge of everything, and everything she says, is gold. And she's going to find out, this is the FAFO situation. And I hope that we overcome the black woman wall to get over.
And on top of that, it's in the debate, how did Wade get paid during his first 3 months?
And why does he only have $2,000 in one bank account? The man makes $14,000 a year. I mean, not a year, a month.
Wow.
$14,000 a month. How is it? And that's that is without the money from the prosecutor's office. And in his divorce records, he reported that he has $2,000 in his checking account and he has no other accounts. He has no retirement accounts. He has no stocks, no bonds, nothing.
Haven't you heard?
Man.
He used his that IODIS account.
Oh, yeah, he uses his IOLTA account.
What's that?
He used
that's the client funds account that every attorney has to have.
Yeah.
He commingled his funds with
he did.
I'm not a lawyer, and I know you can't do that.
Yeah.
I know you can't do that. You can't commingle your funds with your client's fund. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What? Okay, you guys. So
It's hard to check two different banks, though. It's just really hard. Just put it on one.
The lead attorney is covering what's in the divorce records, and it is a sham. You guys go over there and watch that. All right, I gotta see who is streaming right now, see where to put you people, because so while I'm doing that, those of you left in the chat, starting with Nick, what's coming up for you? Grift all you want while I redirect.
Young Thug trial. The hearing is tomorrow morning 9:30, so the judge will be there 10:30 at the earliest. Because he has, it's so stupid. But it will be a motions hearing, and I suspect it is a motions hearing about the new ruling in the Georgia Supreme Court. So that will be really interesting. 9:30 tomorrow morning. And when it comes to the Hales, I just finished day 2, or the second hearing. So I have the enjoyment of doing the third hearing. Yay.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Other than what else do I? No, that's about it at the moment. I have a secondary channel where I read old Scandinavian folklore, sagas, and stories. And hold on. Yeah. It's very new. I only have one video out, and the next will be The Elderman.
Okay. Is that one word?
The Elderman.
Is that one word, Nick?
Yeah, it's a funky spelling because it's like.
Well, you're gonna have to tell me how to spell it because this is not you. It's some dancing video.
Hold
Ooh,
on.
that sounds fun.
Hold on while I go over.
It's not the alderman. It's the elderman.
The Enderman from Minecraft.
What?
The Enderman. Oh God, my daughter.
I just found a channel called Old Man Reacts. My dad should have that channel. Old Man Reacts. That would be so funny.
Okay, I couldn't publish the link. I have it in private chat. The link to my channel.
Oh, private chat. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Copy, and I'm going to.
Everyone watching better go subscribe and like the current stream also.
Yes.
This stream. This stream. Yeah.
To Nick.
Like all the
second
streams.
channel. Here it is. All right. It's in the chat. I need to put it in the Rumble chat as well. Rumblers. Hello, Rumblers.
So I'm reading from this book.
Sub to Nick.
I will be reading from this book, East of the Sun and West of the Moon, Old Tales from the North.
Cool.
And I also, when I run out of...
Oh, geez. Cat, hang on, Jingles. Hang on, Mr. Jingles.
And when I'm done with that, Nordic gods.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
That's awesome.
And
yeah, go learn some literary history.
What about you, Gadfly? What do you got going on?
You know, I just got my streaming setup all hooked up and everything, so I'm sure that I'll be around here one of these days. So just subscribe to my channel and wait for me to go live. I'll be there.
Cool.
I'll be there. I'll probably be playing like Call of Duty and randomly doing gambling spins on a website. But other than that,
sounds
check
good.
me out.
Sounds good. I will drop the link. Subscribe to Gadfly. Go do it now. I'm ordering you. And MG Law, what do you got coming up?
I'll be doing a stream tonight, probably on the Hales, maybe one of the pleadings. Not sure yet. Working all day, I don't always think about what I'm going to do that night. So
sure,
I just pick something and go with it.
I gotcha. Well, everybody go and subscribe also to MG Law because he's been doing some really great streams on this case, and he has a really good perspective.
You guys have pushed me over 6,000 subs.
What? That's so great.
That's awesome.
That's so great. Well, let's keep it going. Let's keep that going. Subscribe to MG Law, and I'm going to drop that in the chat as well. There you go. Get over there.
I'm right behind him with 5,880.
Oh yeah.
Oh, awesome. We got to get Nick over there, over that 6,000 hump as well. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you again soon.
Wait. One thing.
Yes?
For everyone who's watching who's not subscribed to Megan, you'd have to do it. Get her over that 50K. She's almost there.
I know. I'm almost there. It's almost at 50K. I know. Isn't that fun?
That's great.
Fun.
Congrats.
It is good. All right, guys. I will see you guys later. All righty. Let's see. Goodbye. All right. I just got to read these super chats and then I'm out of here. All right. Here for the truth. Just resent. Thanks for checking. I did get it and I will read it and I will get back to you. Navy vet, add love for the broken. Thanks for the super chat. Lynette tells Silver Scam those aren't her signs. No one said anything about signs yet. I'll have to look at that again. Joanne Wall, thanks for the super chat, says, is likely a skin tag. No, it's not. It's definitely not. It's something that is inflamed and hurts. Saddle up Vicky Sue, thanks for the super chat. Super sticker. Appreciate you. And Saddle up Vicky Sue, thanks for the super chat, says, not only is Silverman in the hole, but he has to deal with Lynette. Wonder how many times she calls him. That would be hilarious. Heather, I would love to be his secretary taking his voicemail calls from her. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Listening to his voicemails from her. They probably sound like her voice to text emails. Heather Strauss, thanks for the super chat. The jail people and prisoners potioned to keep her out. LMAO. Potioned? Positioned? The jail people and prisoners. Well, I can see that the people in jail probably wouldn't want to have her there. Mary Rose, thanks for the super chat, says, Nick, what age are your stories okay for? Whoops. This is a question for you, Nick.
I would assume maybe ages 10 and above. Maybe not the smallest. Listen to it first and you can... yeah, I mean, I probably listened to them when I was 4 or 5, but... for an American audience.
Are they like scary? Are they like scary, like Grimm's fairy tales that are like super scary?
No, it's not super. I mean, you have witches, trolls,
right.
bears, and stuff like that. But it's not written as Brothers Grimm or something like that. It is okay. Ages 10 plus, maybe.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right, everybody, go tell Recovery Addict that I said hello. You're going to go raid his chat. He's doing some kind of spicy hearing watch right now, and it looks fun. So I'm sending you all over there. Please go tell Scott that I think he's cool. And Nick, you're going to have to tell me how it goes with the bonnet overnight. All right, everybody, take care.
Lost, my world is near its end. I almost felt my head is full of a million choices. I am alive, I'm not here to pretend. I love my friends, my heart is filled with a million voices. Oh, this road has many choices. Oh, and my heart, million voices. Come next to me, my friend, embrace the sky. I'm not afraid to fly. It's not the time to say goodbye. Say goodbye. No, I don't wanna say. choices. And my heart, billion voices. Come next to me, my friend, embrace the sky. I'm not afraid to fly. It's not the time to say goodbye. I don't wanna say goodbye. No, I don't wanna say. No, I don't wanna say goodbye.
So I take it that
Johnny's
you've seen
problem is he
Tamara
should
and
come
Johnny's
storming in there with
Yeah.
a string of
Do you
garlic
recall what
and
we
some
went
holy
into,
water.
Mr.
And
Dudson,
a
as
cross,
far as
a
discussion
crucifix
with
one.
May the
Do you
power of
recall,
Christ
or no, you
compel you.
No, I don't.
You realized his house was infested with
Just up for
succubuses.
that, there's a video you're looking of what it, yes. Do you
Suck
recall
you
whether it was there
loaders.
when you arrived in the afternoon? I don't remember seeing it now. So while she
No wonder he said drown her before you burn her.
Oh my god.
You-
Your next witness?
Now I know
Witness
why
for
you wanted to
Melanie
drown her.
Laces. And that is
Witness
also
lives in
by
Romania.
video.
Is that correct?
That